Damn.
I'm going to delete their exit out of that so I don't have that running in the background. Alistair already told me that he was going to be a little late today.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's it for now because Gopher's unfortunately gone.
Yeah.
So it's just
Okay.
us for a little while till Alistair gets here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think that's it. Before we start getting viewers and whatnot,
Ow.
you're just gonna let it run out, right, Fish?
Yeah,
Just
I'm
keep it
just
running.
laying it. Yeah, I'm not
All
touching
right, Anthony's
anything.
probably here.
It fucking
All right.
broke. I'm not touching anything.
Did anyone want to talk about anything before we start or anything like that?
What happened last time?
Yeah, that would.
I'll get to that in the
Because
recap.
I tried before the actual session. I tried to get into a call with somebody, and it was lag. It was just lag, and I forgot to tell you guys.
Yeah.
It was like I couldn't, not even with the data, I couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, that happens.
Goddamn Bakersfield.
The Stone Age of a fucking place.
Yeah, there was zero connection, like hardly any connection.
Yeah, we'll cover that in the recap. It looks like Anthony or Alistair's about to get on. I'm just sending him a message.
Bubby.
I do need to write that synopsis though.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Especially
go feed
since
puppy real quick.
Okay.
people missed it.
Okay, let me just post this shit and there you go. I love the icon. It's just of a sad like dodecahedron. It's so sad. Stream icon.
What's that?
The stream icon for the it shows your background image for the. Did you pick that? It's so depressing.
Yeah.
Pick like a dragon
I
or
don't know
some
what he's talking
shit.
about. Let me see real quick.
The background of the profile for the streaming, the account you stream on is it's shown whenever you link the stream, and it's just of a sad, depressed dodecahedron. It's just so sad. It's just
Oh, he's so sad.
I know.
That's all those nat ones.
Hey, Gopher's in here. What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. Fish is Shadow's feeding his dog. So I guess I'll just start with the unnecessary stuff. We'll go with our announcements for now. Welcome to the first inaugural. Well, I guess it wouldn't be inaugural, would it? The first ever stream of Crypts and Cantrips. Our campaign is a loose coverage of the Out of the Abyss module produced by Wizards of the Coast. I make my own little taste on certain quest elements and items and whatnot and how the world works. Currently, our group of band of miscreant adventurers are currently in the Durgar city of Gracklestug, a very unhospitable to surfacers and especially those who would commit crimes. Before we get too much into the recap, because I don't want to skip out on Shadow's ability to see that. All right, he is back. Okay, so now we can do our recap. Thank God. So, last session, you folks were just reeling over the discovery that there is a dragon in the city. He came up to y'all, directly towards y'all. Y'all didn't flinch, thankfully, or randomly start attacking. But y'all are able to see that this dragon is used as some form of forge keeper. He lights the fires of the forges that forge many of the metals and items of weaponry and armor for the whole entire city. And the dragon flame, as magical as it is used to assist in that fashion. He extended an invitation, more like an obligation, to visit him further south once contacted by his assistant, Gartokar. From there, a few of y'all decided to spend a little cash that y'all figured out a pretty good trade with that helm of telepathy that y'all got rid of. From there, 3 of y'all got a few pieces of armor, and then y'all headed home. But before heading completely home, y'all made a nice little stop by the crotchety. There, for the sake of the narrative, I made it to where Navarre had another one of those mushrooms that prevents your speech, so it kind of worked out.
All right, sure.
But there was a few little interesting things. There was a band playing with a nice deep gnome bard leading the entendre. He introduced himself to the group, but before that happened, Bronix's I don't know how to say this. That's a good proper word. His love interest, or that lack thereof,
It's the 1930s.
sang a nice song, and it seemed kind of dedicated to him. As she was singing this, there was a group of what are now known as hunters of monsters within the city that were staring down Bronix, or at least one of them was. This individual is known as Tordek Orkfo, someone who clearly despises orcs, as Bronix is a large blood orc. From there, Bronix didn't waste time on him and instead had the rest of his evening planned. But Alistair had a little bit of a drunken dispute and poured his drink over the man's head. The leader of the group prevented any violence from ensuing, but you can imagine that there is some brewing hostilities there. Y'all made y'all's drunken way back home, finished a night off, and then woke up in the morning to be summoned again. Or, pardon me, y'all weren't summoned. Y'all decided that it would be best to finally investigate the sewers, where y'all got a rumored lead on the Grey Ghost Were-Rat Thieves Guild. From there, y'all, just to scout out and see what y'all could find, unknowingly went straight into the belly of the beast, as it were. Met a few prisoners. One was hostile towards Barius, and the other was a member of the Stone Guard. While y'all met these folks, however, y'all did also encounter a few Darrow savants going by the names Subriska and Alinka. They were female Darrow savants who were also were-rats. You also met the were-rat Alpha, the leader of this cult, or guild. And he was a quite large-formed Durgar, who, upon transforming, was basically brushing his head against the ceiling. After a decently short scuffle, y'all were able to kill him and recover a sizable hoard of treasures that they were hoarding, of course. So, where do y'all begin after this?
Well, I imagine we'd be lugging this crap back to the base because we have a lot of stuff on us.
Yeah.
That y'all do.
Does the sewers continue across that like weird bridge over to the left side of the map thing? Oh wait, no. I just realized that was where this kind of secrety room was. Never mind. Where Brodix just punched the wall down. I was like, oh wait, there's shit over here.
Where is my campaign?
Yeah, well, we got the were-rat blood. I will make sure that everyone is aware. I have the were-rat bloods, and we have all the necessary stuff to redo the curse on Topsy and Turvy, as well as extra blood in case, anyone else wants to be cured for whatever reason. Or it might sell for a high price, I don't know. I know
Do you take any
Alistair...
special care to collect this at all, or just pour it into a vial?
I mean, yeah, I take special care. I got like special vials with corks and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I've taken blood from a few people now. I think I'm getting better at it.
All right. So have y'all been able to adequately distribute who's going to carry all this coin and treasure?
I think so. As far as we know, Alistair is carrying all the gems worth of the treasure. He's keeping all the gems because he's Gem Man. And the gold and silver we divided equally between everyone. And the trinkets, I know, well, the skull one, I know, Bronix. I was gonna, suggest or at least show Bronix the
It was
person that could
cut,
sell it.
right?
Yeah, so we'll sell
Okay.
the trinkets once we get to town, and I guess divide that equally among everyone else as well, because there was like
All right.
a carp and some of the stuff.
For the record, Navarre, you did get your share of the treasure. I made sure I put it into your character sheet.
Okay.
And I don't think it needs to be divided any further. You should be good. You weren't overweight or anything.
No.
You have an orc with you. You can carry
You
everything.
should have a sizable amount of coin in your pockets now. If you see that.
I have decent strength. Yeah, I have 13.
So, do y'all, after settling up on all your different items, do y'all head out? Y'all still have quite a long day ahead of y'all. It's only been about 2 hours since y'all woken up.
What was the? I don't think I took note of the special boots because there was a special type of boot, magical boots, right? Long stride or whatever.
Boots are starting and springing. Yes, there was a pair of those available to y'all. And y'all did find the elemental air battle axe as well.
Yeah, I have that on the thing. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can just slowly make our way out then. Now that we have everything. Unless Navarre wants anything specific, but...
Oh, he probably needs to see the handout. Let me see if I can find it for him real fast.
Yeah, I mean, the magic axe is a battle axe, which none of us really use, so we were just gonna probably sell that or trade it in for something better.
If you go down to treasure in the campaign handout, you'll be able to see it, Navarre.
Okay.
It's a Grey Ghost Hideout Horde.
I suggest we get our affairs in order. I don't have a good feeling about that dragon.
Yeah, neither would Navarre.
Ignoring the fact I almost pissed myself.
Grey Ghost Hideout Horde?
Yes, that's it.
That rat was something else.
Yeah, could have played him a little better. Varys is ready to go when y'all are. He's still with y'all technically. He's just with the stone guard that y'all found and gave some water to.
Yeah, then the other guy, which he killed.
Yeah, y'all got a few questions out of them about the Assassin's Guild of sorts.
Yeah, actually used the crystal for the first time, which was pretty cool.
I don't think I really need anything. I could take Wind Wall.
But anyway, like I said, whatever y'all like to go, that's between y'all.
I'll head back out.
It will require obviously an Arcana, check to cast it, but you can cast it.
No. Okay, well, I'm gonna head out with Bronix and try to get these trinkets and stuff sold. And yeah.
All right. Y'all load up y'all's nice little haul of loot and your necessary components for the remove curse ritual you need for the rare rats. Your companion rare ass that is Topsy and Turvy are with y'all currently right now. They have calmed down from their transformation without any issues. They seem to, be lethargic and, like you would be if you had just run 10 miles or something. They look like that. But they did not attack y'all in their rat transformations, but they are still with y'all and ready to go. Getting to the surface is not hard. You know the way. You've disabled any traps that were along the way as part of the little precautions that the Grey Ghost had set out. But y'all make your way to the Dark Lake District and are out of the sewers. Where do y'all head from there?
I'll head to the main market area to try to sell those trinkets and baubles and stuff with Bronix and I guess Alistair as well, since he'd maybe be interested in getting something. I know he wanted to make a ring and stuff. Yeah, I know he wanted to make a ring or get the materials for it or something. So he might be interested in coming along. I know he isn't here at the moment, but...
Alright, I'll put y'all in the Blade Bazaar for now. For this situation, what do y'all need to do?
I think we need to sell all the random stuff.
Yeah, we're just gonna sell our treasures and
convert what gold we have to gems.
Yeah.
Y'all do remember that the gold or the jeweler merchant isn't on the best terms with Various.
Well, I gave him good business, all right. Should be happy you got to have dealings with me. Gave him like so much money.
You should be honored to be a part of my presence.
Yeah.
You should be honored.
I'm not quite at that level of douchebaggery yet.
Yeah, good keyword there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Oh boy, where's my?
It's not loading in for some reason for me.
The map?
Oh, it's because you're streaming.
No, it's because it's white. Wait. Oh, alright. For some reason it zoomed in on the bottom right corner or something, and it just was like, alright. Hey, we're here. Woo. It just went to the fucking other side of the world. Alright, I'm here. Yeah. Alright. Never mind, I just teleported.
Alright then.
Yeah. I'll let it over to the art
My
dealer.
notes.
Wait, you said the skull was fashioned like a gaunt like a goblet. That's right, goblet. That is the next piece. It is the next piece for this fine golden golden cutlery set I'm selling to this guy. He now has the I can't fucking say the word. Goblet. There you go. Goblet. It's the goblet.
Y'all do notice that on y'all's way up to the surface, Varys has slipped by and he has disappeared. Each of y'all make a perception check.
This is Alice's job.
I'll just do a D20 for him. I don't.
He has plus 10.
You know what his,
so he has plus 10. No, I think it's plus 10. Yeah. So
for his wisdom.
For his perception, he has like.
Well, he has a 4, but he has
plus.
Yeah, so
he has plus 10.
Wouldn't be. It'd be plus 7.
No, but he has the feet, so it's like really good.
He has
he has observant.
Oh, alright. Well, yeah, he has observant. That's why he has
Alistair didn't do so good.
He has a passive 20 perception. Alistair is just fucking amazing. Alright, well. I'm the perceptive one today.
Navarre's just chewing on his teeth. He ain't paying attention, or chewing on his fingernails. He ain't paying attention at all. Or his claws. But Various, you do notice that, or you more like you feel a quick slip on the belt as a note has been placed into your one of your component pouches or something of some whatever you have on your belt. There is something there for you. It is a note. Do you read it?
Well, I'm just gonna tell it, excuse me, one as I like take a step back and just try to read
Well,
it. I guess,
whoever
away.
put it there, you did not see.
I kind of look at my like familiar, and I'm like, you did it.
No, it wasn't me. It was the elf.
It was the elf.
Yes, he's gone.
I can see that. Alright, I'll read the note.
Why are you asking me?
Because I didn't know who sent the note, you fucking idiot. I read the note.
It is a note from Varys. It says, "Unfortunately, I feel I must leave all of you. When I was captured, I was actually returning from a mission that started on the surface. There are forces at work down here that are beyond what any of us are able to handle. Recent events have brought me to the conclusion that the surface must know what is going on down here. I think we are doing good work here, which needs to be continued. But I must return to the surface to give my report and try and muster help to deal with this situation. I leave what I can to aid you, but the surface must be alerted as soon as possible, and I will travel faster alone. If you make it to the surface, send word to Fiven Cardonal in Silvery Moon that you have arrived, and I will work on rallying support on the surface. Take care. Varys Galanadel."
Oh. Well, he is right about one thing. He definitely can move faster alone.
Hello, Alistair.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, it turns out
y'all
I'm
currently in the Blade Bazaar. Y'all have been,
Yeah.
y'all have gone back to the surface area, and Varys is looking to make some more sales, as they say.
Are we still on same spells and everything from last time? We haven't had a rest?
Yes, it's only been 2 hours since
Okay.
last slept.
Alright, I'm still rocking it low then.
Yeah, it's so early in the morning. You don't need to get wasted straight away.
I mean, with the amount of spell slots I have left, it might not be a bad thing.
Well, you said he'd leave what he can. Did he leave something behind for us?
Just the note,
Okay,
but you're
fine.
unsure where he may have gone. So
Okay, well, when I
use that
eventually, when I meet up with everyone else, I guess. I mean, I guess I'm with like Bronix and stuff. I'll let Bronix and stuff know that. Oh, right. It seems that our dear friend
And
Varys
stuff.
has. Yeah, it seems our dear friend Varys has decided to part ways to try to warn the surface of the ongoings of what's
Shit
been
that's about to
happening
go
down
down.
here. Probably something to do with that demon that, killed all those fish people. And I take like a moment of silence for Bob.
It's like, I know it's sad, but he's still alive. You don't have to take a moment of silence.
Yeah, but he's going all alone. You know the shit that's out there.
Good point.
Do you not remember? Do you not remember how badly he performed recently?
Yes, he performed alright. It was like it was at the
Pretty
prison
mediocre,
where it
I'd
was.
say.
I was like, he's been getting better, Wasn't rolling that
Everyone
many.
has their bad days, but he was a crafty elf. I'm sure he will be fine.
I think he's actually watching
Yeah.
the stream, guys. Good job.
Yeah, I know.
I see the curse lives on.
Yeah.
And it's not me!
Piercing through noise caused by the bustling marketplace, you hear what sounds like a very angry woman shouting. You see a female Durgar holding up a Duro by the scruff of his tattered clothing in one hand, and in the other is a golden trinket. You hear her ask demandingly, "Where did you get this? Where all you bastards been getting these bubbles?" I don't know why she sounds like a dude.
That was my line. I was going to say that.
You use your life for stealing in this city. Purchasing stolen items will cost more than just what you buy them for. The Darrow lunges forward and bites the Durgar on the wrist, and she loses her grasp and he flees as quickly as she can. She curses and walks back to her cart with a large beast of burden at the head of it. This is over there at the south end of the district.
Ah.
I had to use Rodella's token for her. But,
I
Okay.
won't.
Does she have like a cart, right? Is that like a trader's cart thing?
it's kind of like a cart that's been set up like a stall as well, so it like opens up and it has little things on it.
Apothecary, the guy sells potions, correct?
I'll
So-
approach her and ask her what's wrong. Did he attempt to steal from you?
No, the little bucker, he's paying with goods he could not possibly own.
And what was it he was trying to buy?
Look at this. This is high elf make. When the last time you seen a high elf in the Underdark? And she just shows you like a gold bracelet with the iconic Elvish rune craft into it.
Okay.
But you're asking, so I might as well tell. My name is Gilsa Henstak. I am a part of the Merchant Council. But these Darrow, they keep offering trinkets that they have no right to have, or the distance that these goods come from to get here makes no sense. Here, come into my office, I'll show you. So she invites y'all. How many of y'all go? Olio?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be cramped
So-
with some tall orc in there.
It is cramped, and you see
It's
two.
cramped with both of us.
Yeah, y'all are both tall. Brownie's just muscly wide. You're tall and scaly strength and all that craziness.
Mm-hmm.
She invites you into her office. It is short, but once you get in, it's about 8-foot ceiling, so y'all are just under the cuff. It's well guarded. There's actually 4 guards there, similar to the Stone Guard, but obviously merchants or mercenaries. She shows y'all a pile of coins and jewelry from all over the surface world. From what you could tell, it looks like 50 gold pieces and mixed amounts of coin. Obviously, the inscriptions on these coins are distinctly surface currencies. Not the same sort of Durgar or Elvish, Dark Elvish currency you've seen here. There's 3 gold rings. Alistair, you could probably estimate them around 25 gold each. 2 gem inlaid necklaces worth a sizable sum. You think they're maybe about 250 gold. But she looks over to us and she's like, they keep giving me all this wealth, which I'm not complaining, but I don't want to sell stolen goods. And they're paying for their food and their clothes with these. And I need to know how the Darrow are getting this stuff, so I don't get the Stone Guard called down upon me for stolen goods. I may be able to help you in any other way I could think of, but y'all look like y'all don't belong here. So if y'all need to get out of town, I know a way.
I don't think we need to get out just yet.
More of directions on really.
Well, that's what I meant. Directions. I'm not going to take you wherever you want to go, but I can tell you where to go if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought. Barius, Do a history check.
History, alright. Because I'll ask her about like the way out and like if she has directions to check it.
Like I said, you help me, I help you.
Yeah.
You remember that this is actually in the note with you. You had that elvish coin, the similar that Varys was holding onto, was in the note.
Oh.
So you remember that there is something strange about the obelisk and surface currency. And you also gather that some of the hoard that y'all got recently has similar origins.
Oh, I know that, yeah. Well, I mean, I'll tell her that I don't see the problem with the trinkets they give you. It's just they're from the surface world. They probably hold similar value.
But how? How did they get it?
They're mad. They dabble in like magic rituals and stuff. You know, teleportation.
Summon piles of treasure.
Yeah, like that.
Pretty sure that they're stealing from somewhere.
That's what I think. I think they're stealing it. How else would they get this? I don't know of any magic that just magically makes 100-year-old bracelet from an elvish clan on the surface. Do you?
No, but it was like I said, it's like weird ritual teleportation magic.
It's not. Yeah, it's not making things. It's.
I guess since we're gonna go ahead and tell her. There has been a cult that we have been dealing with, actually. We believe for the time being we've put a stop to them and all, but there was this very odd obelistic ritual that they had performed that teleported. It has some kind of teleportation magic upon it, but whenever pieces of it were returned to it, they transformed into random objects. The Darrow probably were stealing them, getting their hands on them whenever they weren't around.
Do you have any evidence of what they've been doing other than that?
For the most part, no, they're slaves.
I just show them a bunch
The
of
Darrow aren't. The
found.
Darrow aren't slaves. They're free in this city. They're just squalid.
Insane.
Might as well be. They're used for other things, and the cult was using them basically like very low-paid mercenaries. Not that they're worth much use as that anyway.
My book.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't seem like they get much funding elsewhere, so they have to get their money and resources somehow. They obviously use this obelisk to get such rare antiquities to fund their chaotic, mad research and whoever's running it.
Where is this section?
I mean, we've let Blair Blackskull Beard, yeah, we've informed her about this ritual and informed her and gave her notes that we've recovered on the site of it. So we think we've put the stop to it for now. So the Duergar, or sorry, the people who come sell you these trinkets and stuff, they're probably just the reminiscence of this old clan. They'll eventually run out of trinkets soon enough, and you'll be back to selling good old Underdog treasure or whatever stuff.
Crap.
Yeah, crap. Valuable crap.
That's good to know. Do they have any like literature that they were scrolling down? Anything that could be of use to prove that this isn't, how do you say, stolen goods? If you know of any proof, I would be very grateful.
We gave everything to Ear Blackskull, but the notes on the rituals.
This
and
you
stuff
did
like
not
that.
give. The item she's asking for, you did not give.
No, I'm just assuming she meant like
Wasn't
the
there a
notes on the
ledger
ritual.
that Plinky had, or something?
Yeah,
Yes.
Plinky's book, her journal.
Yeah, she had a ledger of all the things that they had gotten magically from the obelisk. We could show her the list, I suppose, and see if it's anything that she recognizes that she is traded for.
Oh yeah, you said we couldn't read the majority of it, right? We could just understand the most recent entry or whatever, because the old ones were like
No, you
really
could
worn
read
out.
it all.
No, there are some things that we
You
couldn't.
didn't know what it was. You didn't know the context of what they were writing down and why, because there was
Okay.
nothing around you.
Okay. Well, if we have the ledger book of everything that's been summoned by the obelisk, then yeah, we can share that.
Darius, I believe you had a hold of it. You could show her.
Yeah, sure. I'll show her the list or like the notebook, I guess.
Yeah, she basically is asking for like a proof and an example. So the coin and the book are what are needed to complete the quest.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give her the book, and I was going to explain to her that the most recent one thing that we got was this coin, and I'll show her the coin. The coin
Good.
doesn't seem very valuable; it's just a single gold piece, but you know, I
Well,
point at like the stuff
based
she
off of
has.
this ledger and the coin that you just got, I can track back everything and make it to where if I am questioned, I have proof. That is what I need. So I appreciate you offering this. That gives y'all all 200 XP, by the way,
Is it
Cool.
each.
Quest
Yeah,
item.
it was a quest.
Yeah.
For the record, I didn't get to announce this earlier. I'm being more transparent with the XP stuff. I'll be putting in XP in y'all's character sheets, and y'all can do it when I hand you something like this. So if y'all look at the top of y'all's character sheet, y'all can add that 200 there instantly.
All right, cool.
So that way, when I'll notify y'all when y'all complete quest a little bit more easily.
Oh, I actually didn't even notice we had the XP
cool.
thing. That's cool.
All right.
Now we don't have to suffer with fish asking where are we at.
Yeah, it was. Are we level 6 yet? No, I'm sorry. I tried to get y'all there, but no, it didn't happen this time.
Just shove XP down our throats. Be like, you get 5 XP for finding 1 extra gold coin. Just slowly creeping up.
Well, I doubled all the modules XP rewards because they were fucking low.
Oh yeah.
Well, since you seem to be a traveling agent, what kind of wares do you sell?
Yeah, we seem to sell like
Food
treasures.
and clothing mainly, but I do deal in the odd trinket or other. If you need accurate directions to Blingden Stone, I can get you there. That is how I make my caravan to the surface.
How far away would you say it is travel? How many days?
At a modest rate, 12 days.
Is this by carriage or by walking?
This would be by foot. Carriage isn't an option in the Underdark very much, unless you want to go
Very small holes.
the long way around.
Yeah, that'll take longer.
I may have actually been wrong about that date, but I'll give you a better date later once I
Okay.
actually a little further than that.
Hmm.
I think it's actually 14 or 18. I may be wrong.
Well, if she's into selling little baubles, I'm gonna sell her one of the trinkets we found in the dungeon. The thorn amulet, because she seems to have a collection of like rings and amulets and stuff, right?
The thorn crown,
Yeah.
you mean?
No, the thorn amulet. It's one of the treasures worth 250 gold.
It was a crown.
Yeah, it was in.
There's a crown, yeah.
Yeah.
Thorn
No,
crown.
it's thorn armlet. It's what I wrote down.
Arm.
I mean,
It has a handout. It literally has a handout.
treasures.
Thorn circlet.
Circlet, yeah.
Thorn
that's what it is.
circlet. Ah, okay.
Close.
Yeah, that's a headpiece. But anyway, regardless, she's like, see, this is the type of item I was talking about. They were giving me stuff like this, and I didn't know where they were getting it from.
Well, you have proof that it wasn't stolen, or you know.
She flips through the journal, and she sees it. She's like, "Yep, it's here."
Huh.
So it's actually 20 days to Blingden Stone from Gracklestug.
Ooh, ouch.
That's a
White
normal
creature.
pace.
20 days. Damn, that is far.
Well, it's on the other side of the Dark Lake. It's quite far. It's on the far northwest side.
So it's by boat.
Well, you could go by boat. It's
Let's not
that
do
may
that.
that may shave off a few
Yeah,
days, but
Not after what happened last time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
that
happened last time?
that dress gave me a
A
Drowning.
huge
lot of
chafing.
shit,
Oh.
almost drowning.
Fish people.
Yeah,
Generally
you
an unpleasant
surface
time.
dwellers are definitely y'all seem to find all the bad shit around here.
No, that was just him. I just went over there now.
So, you want gold for this? Okay. 250 gold seems fair.
I have to save the cup, the goblet, for the other guy to complete his collection for his cutlery set. So I have to sell it to him. Yeah. All right. So I'll sell that 250 gold.
It's just another 5 pounds of weight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The circlet only weighed a pound, dude.
Yeah, we could have kept it and sold it another time.
Oh well.
Way
Yeah.
too.
He
It's
wants the
fine.
coin. It's fine. Coin
I'll,
is
I'll,
useful.
I'll
I'm not-
exchange the coins for another gem when I get the chance. All right. Calm
I just
yourselves.
have.
Our friend at the.
You could have put the
tourist
crowd on
hall-
top of your crowd, have like multiple crowds.
There's a beautiful animation about whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna exchange it for a gem because I have over 500 gold in gold, so I'm gonna exchange it for a black pearl. Does she have a black pearl? Could I exchange 500 gold for a black pearl?
I'll roll for it.
Mm.
Let's see. I'll give you.
Oh, wait.
I think so.
I'll give you a 5% chance.
Ooh.
Oh.
I could just go to the jewel.
By the way, after
Yeah, no.
after all
Wow.
all what's happened, that's the stuff on my character sheet. That's just what I've been left with.
That was splitting up everything from the horde.
No, my like sorcery points and health and shit.
Oh yeah, I didn't use very many of your spells. Yeah, you were
mostly did.
you were in the
cantrips,
back most of the time.
Mm.
Alright.
So he
They
was
didn't
safe.
even hit you with the lightning bolt. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, be happy about that.
Yeah, but you got bit though. Didn't turn into a were-rat, sadly.
Yeah, you got bit, but you were fine. You ran
Got like
you rolled
22
like a 26 on your con
on
and
that.
rolled
Yeah.
Ooh,
I was like,
thank you, Jesus.
Oh, you just leave for
Yeah.
a session. You come back. You're like, by the way, you're aware right now. Enjoy.
Shit.
He's half were rat, half dragonborn, half Demogorgon. What?
That's 3 halves.
Wait a minute.
That was the joke.
No, I'm not much of a mathematician. That math don't add up.
Yeah.
Don't give yourself an aneurysm there, products.
You laughing? I'm the smartest one out of y'all.
The delusional orc speaks the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not a delusion, now, is it?
So you completed that little side quest.
Okay.
Y'all been out for about 3 hours. Anything y'all want to try and explore or find out about the city? Any lingering ideas in the back of your head?
Oh wait, she gave me 250. I'm gonna split the money between everyone because it's supposed to go to the monkey. I've just
okay,
kept all
yeah,
the
so
money,
everyone
and
put
everyone's
50
just like,
gold in here.
well, there's only 4 people now, so I don't know what the math would be.
Oh, okay. Well then, my bad.
Divided by 4, it would be 62. Yeah, well, no, just everyone gets 62. 2 people can take 1 extra gold if they want.
I was gonna say this. Everyone
I'm
has
just doing an electrum or whatever it is. I don't know. If you want to split it up, it's 4
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Okay, then that adds seems to be.
I have a lot of money.
83.
83.
So that would be 62 gold pieces and 1 electrum piece for everyone.
What?
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
splitting
actually...
splitting the crown.
Yeah,
4
I
ways.
forgot
Elect-
Electrum is a thing.
Electrum is 50 cent.
Electrum is half
It's
a gold.
62 and a half per person, so
Oh,
62 gold pieces, 1 electrum.
Boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop.
It's just Electrum is so rarely used, but it's useful.
Is it against the law in this world to cut coins?
Cut it in half. Well, I mean, it's
I
the
don't know.
value of the metal, right? This is how it used to work in the past. Was the coin used to represent actual money because it was made of valuable metals. So if you cut it in half, it's technically half its worth because half a gold coin is still half of gold it's worth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I guess.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, it would be really awkward though, going to a shop with 2 half gold coins saying, yo, give me something worth
So, for brevity's sake, y'all do have a quite extensive amount of unused downtime. For y'all, would any of y'all like to plan that ahead, or have any of y'all thought about what y'all would like to do for your downtime?
I'm gonna be reading.
Probably wander the city. So I want to look around and see if I can hear any news or anything about.
Oh
any
yeah.
Y'all two
Me
could
and
do that
Chris.
together or separate, whichever you like.
The Navarre and Barrios. Well,
No, I got the crystal now. I don't need the crystal translate. So
Yeah,
it's cool.
The stone speaker crystal that y'all were given, Shadow,
Mhm.
actually works like a magnifying glass that translates giant into your native language. So if you looked into it, it would translate to Draconic.
Oh boy.
Oh god, so it's like infernal. Whoa. That's gonna be creepy. To
Yeah,
look
for
at.
you it's an infernal.
Ooh.
Gopher's downtime is throwing peanuts at the party. Oh boy.
You feel like a familiar stab in the back, like, what was that?
Okay. Okay. Oh, what was that purple mushroom that was in the cave? I did collect a sample of that.
It looks. Do a nature check.
Alright. Nature is N, it's under medicine. Nope.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't know fucking shit about that mushroom.
It's
May
green
I
or
try?
blue? I don't know what color it is.
I think it's
How
like
about a 16?
flower.
It was blue last time I looked at it.
You know that it is very similar to a violet fungus, and that you gather that this is just a not completely propagated violet fungus patch that isn't a threat yet.
Doesn't seem to be dangerous. Here, put it in my hand real quick.
I just throw it. I just throw it at him. Like, sure.
I
Fucking
catch
take
it.
it. Take it.
Alright. I will catch it and
Take the purple
damage.
mushroom.
2 damage to the mushroom.
Yeah, he does mushroom damage, so the purple is starting to fade to like a crispy, dark purple. It's slowly getting worse.
Good job, you killed it.
Well, you can eat it now, I
Might be
guess.
dangerous in the future. You never know. I just kind of toss it on the ground.
Yeah.
Or in a
That
bucket nearby.
Yeah, you know that or fully formed function of the violet fungus is a very not necessarily poisonous feature, but a necrosis of flesh that it causes.
Shit's not good.
Yeah, don't eat that.
Oh man.
I'll go ahead and say to the group, I'll meet up with you all later back at the, where's it we're staying again? Not the
Goldborn's
Crafty
Lair.
Bastard. Yeah, Goldborn's Lair. keep wanting to call it crotchety bastard.
2 bars kind of
Goldborn.
gets confusing.
I'll meet up with you all later at Goldborn's Lay. I'm going to take a walk through the city to try and scour some information.
Okay.
I probably would want to walk around at whatever would be like considered the not really underbelly, but like where more
The
criminal
dives.
the
Seedy
dives
place.
areas.
The
and
Dark
all.
Lake District, then.
So I want to see if I can find anything out about the cult of Merkel that I had heard about, and see if I'll hear anything about them.
All right, make an investigation check.
Oof. He's nat
Oh.
ones.
You wander around
Go
for the
for what?
next 5 hours, and you see nothing relating to this cult. You unfortunately go back to Goldborn's lair, not scratching that curiosity.
Knew I should have took the rock.
I need the rock to read.
That's just one day, though.
Hey man, I
So,
earned that rock.
you did, yeah, you did.
Um,
Yeah, but I gave you 6,000 gold, so I think I paid it off you.
what do I have to even do?
Can I, for the first day, can I just spend like a quick hour selling the rest of the trinkets and then doing the reading for my potion-y stuff? And I can
just remember,
consider
the
that.
trinket's way less than gold, so, I mean...
Okay, no, because, alright, can I go to the gem guy
And finding sellers isn't always very easy.
It's nice to see that
So,
Vars.
Okay.
you could do an
Okay.
investigation check if you want to sell the trinkets like his.
That's okay. I'll just go to the gem guy and ask if I can buy a black pearl from him for 500 gold. That's okay with him.
Yeah, he looks at you cross-eyed and is just like, nah, here you go.
Okay. I'll give him 5 electrum extra, to try to ease his ill spirit or whatever. He's upset with me. So
His frown goes from a deep frown to maybe 5 degrees shorter of a frown. Not nearly as bad. You see a slight notice that he's less
5 degrees
antagonistic.
Okay, it's 10 silver per gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I need 38. 38 times 10 is 380. Okay. 1,000.
Just giving him a shit ton of coin.
I'm giving 100 silver extra, so.
Extra?
Oh, I gave him 462 gold, and I gave him extra, the remaining in silver, and 5 electrum on top, just as a consolation for the basically silver. Yeah, like a tip, you could say.
All right. Alistair, while you don't hear anything of the cult that you were talking about, what you do hear is that there is a brewery to the far northeast called the Dark Lake Brewery.
Oh hell yes.
But that is something you can explore on another day. Bronix, did you want to spend any time? Oh wait, no, he went outside. So that's the Navarre. What about you?
What? Honestly, what can I do? Could I could
Just be creative. Thanks. What do people normally spend with their downtime?
Playing
There's a lot of
D&D.
things. Yeah, and D&D. Smart ass.
Gambling, research.
No, you could gamble. Fight as well, I guess.
Yeah, I did tell y'all 2 weeks ago to start thinking of stuff to do with your downtime because it is gonna happen.
Gamble everything.
do some research into Underdark, more Underdark things.
any specific knowledge you're trying to gain other than just general Underdark knowledge?
Edible plants. Edible. Yeah. I don't like the edible mushrooms and such.
Interestingly enough, you could spend it like a little bit of your time to read into the herbalist book that Shadow has, or not Shadow, that Various has, and
Yeah.
you'd gain a little bit more knowledge. You get the sense that y'all know most of what's available with the Underdark fungi. You do discover that there is a inedible fungi called the Tongue of Madness that is decently toxic.
The mushroom sounds familiar.
It's not really toxic in the sense that it kills you, but what it does is a funny effect where it's semi-magical. Like it makes you compulsively speak loudly with your every thought for the next hour when you eat one of these.
Keep it away from
You get the sense that Various is under a veritable tongue of madness all day long.
Keep it away from him.
What?
Yes. None for you.
So you have to speak louder. The voices
will be
are
available after the end of the session.
Ooh,
It's a
alright.
cacophony of voices in my head.
Yeah, you need to speak louder. I can't hear you over the voices in my head.
Okay, and then I guess I'll spend a little bit of the rest of my day at the magic areas, the magic shops and such. See what they got again.
It takes you a while to get back to the South Furrow district, but you are eventually able to get over to Alaris's Extraordinary Quill, and she does have items for sale. You should be able to see it in the Chapter 4 Encounters section under Places of Interest. She has a few scrolls of protection available for elementals, one for fiends, a first level bard scroll, Dissonant Whispers. Did you buy that Misty Step, Various?
No, I did not buy it. I have it
Alright.
here. I have a scroll of Fog Cloud, Jump, Wizard,
Oh, come on.
Protection from Good and Evil.
It does not.
And that is all I bought, I think. I only bought the Fog Cloud and
Okay.
Jump because those were the ones that I could.
That was from the Overlake Hold. This is
I know
from
I bought. No, that was right. I bought Jump and Protection from Good and
It
Evil.
does not let me open it.
Hold on, let me make sure.
I know I bought Jump.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Now you can see it, but it's in the inventory list is in GM notes, so you basically get a description. But second level wizard spell scroll for Misty Step, a cantrip sorcerer spell scroll for True Strike, and then a fifth level wizard spell scroll for Wall of Force.
Just thought of something.
Yeah. But she tells you that the scrolls of protections are 4,000 gold each. First level scrolls are 50 or 60 gold, and then 120 gold for second level, 25 gold for cantrips, and the fifth level is 640 gold. Obviously,
that's Force, right?
You wouldn't be able to cast the fifth level, unfortunately.
Okay. Would I even be able to learn the True Strike cantrip for myself?
You don't learn the cantrips. You just cast them.
Technically, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, it's just a one use, unfortunately.
Yeah, cantrip scrolls are the worst.
Yeah, they're kind of one of those things. Just like, why do you exist in D&D? Just to fill up the shelves.
So I have 1,000 light cantrips.
Let's see here. There was also
the scrolls of protection are 4,000. One for fiends, one for elementals.
And then, And I won't get anything there. But the armor, the magic armor shop guy.
The armor shop
was that?
sold most of its stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, Bronix and Allison
I
bought like
think
super
you would
expensive
not be
stuff.
able to wear any of what he has available.
We walk to that place with
What
everything.
they have left. Okay.
I think your natural
And,
protection is better anyway, right?
Let me double check.
No,
Let's
probably.
see.
Equal to what
Yeah.
I
They have a ring mail, a chain mail, and 2 different sets of studded leather.
No.
Yeah.
No. My natural armor is still better.
Well, the studded leather isn't bad. It's one of them is a +1 armor studded leather
Uh-huh.
that grants 1 use of a luck point that renews at dawn, but it's expensive. It's 5,025 gold.
Yeah.
And then there's a suit of Mariner's studded leather, Mariner's armor, which provides advantage on saving throws against petrification causing effects from creatures. That one's a much cheaper 1,090 gold. Your AC wouldn't be as high with that one, but it's still a useful set of armor for situations.
Yeah.
The luck armor is really good.
Oh yeah. Then the expeditionary oddities.
Y'all bought the statue of the Winter Wolf,
Ooh,
so the only things that are available is a saddle of the Cavalier and slippers of spider climbing.
Mm,
And the last place is a weapon shop.
and yeah, what do they got there? Just basic.
Rorik's Armory has an arrow slaying for lycanthropes, a +1 heavy crossbow, a +1 halberd, a flame tongue longsword, a Dawnbringer longsword, and a sword of wounding. It's a short sword.
Damn. Can't use shit.
Are any of you guys proficient in alchemy tools?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Uh,
I was just thinking, because it might be helpful if someone did try and recreate that ointment we have that deals with your guys' sickness you keep getting every morning.
well, you don't have to be proficient with it. It just makes you, better at it. I think you could maybe try to manufacture it again if you spend enough time to do it. So you could definitely research that if you wanted to.
I guess I could. I could try and I could learn some alchemy because I got the alchemist fire and be like all fucking.
Yeah, there's that one thing that y'all can read for the alchemist fire if y'all would want to learn the recipe.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Let me get that up real fast.
Just an idea.
I thought I already read that ages ago, but we've never had time to make anything.
Crates. Alchemy. So. A character who studies for an hour could succeed in intelligence arcana check to figure out the formulas for alchemist fire and acid. And there was enough ingredients to craft a certain amount of each. I think it was 4 of each. There was enough.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll ask
Spend an
around
hour
see
to
if-
learn how to do that.
Yeah. I can
Give me an
find
arcana
alchemist
check.
kit. 23.
That's a success. And then alchemist kit. Anyone know what that costs off the top of their heads?
Like 50 or something.
I want to say 50.
Yeah, those ones are like the
I think it's
expensive
cheaper
ones.
than that.
Alchemist supplies.
alchemist supplies 50 gold pieces, 8
Yeah.
pounds.
All right. So, yeah, if you'd like to purchase a set to work on crafting that, you may.
Yes.
So for expediency, we're gonna assume that y'all go back to the Goldborn's lair, except for maybe Bronix, who probably would go to
Is it a little
50
early?
his
It was 50 gold, yeah.
his funny lady's place.
Funny lady. Yeah, it's like
Unless
I'm
you
going to
had
visit a
something you
female
would like to do
clown.
throughout the day, Bronix. You got about 5 hours worth of daytime you could spend doing stuff before you go to sleep.
Yeah, if I go to the bar now, it's like going to the bar at 12 o'clock in the morning.
You don't have to drink.
Don't have to what?
You can get food. And
Alistair, what do you mean don't have to?
You get to.
I'm just going to wander the city and see if we could trigger an event.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for it then.
I mean, he's a big orc.
Very old bald dwarf
Okay,
spits
let's
on your
see.
head. Gotcha, laddie.
You notice a group of Durgar patrol. They give you nod as they walk by. Then you keep perusing the city, see another Durgar patrol. And then you find a Darrow riot going on the far western side of the city.
Finally.
Do you want to try and quell this riot by yourself?
Yeah. All by myself.
All right. There are. Let me roll.
I don't have telepathy. I can't reach out. Say, hey, we got some fun over here.
There are
No, that was the other campaign
Well,
about the
that-
sending sounds.
Well,
7 Darrow.
Well, that's happening. I'll go
There
get
are 7 Darrow fighting. You're all by yourself. Just give me a few. Give me 5 strength rolls. Just 5 strength rolls. Technically, these are all at advantage because you probably went into a raid.
Indeed.
But yeah, you spend about 10 minutes just slaughtering Darrow in the streets. The Durgar patrols aid you eventually, and they look over to you, be like, "We know you. You're that orc that's a part of that group that helps out the captain. You about a week ago, y'all took out one of these fuckers writing in the Blabazar, didn't you?"
Indeed. I've noticed more patrols. Are you
Well.
having increasing problems still?
Yes and no. The Darrow have been consistently getting more violent. This has been happening over the past 2 weeks. But normally, a Darrow riot is once a year sort of event when they're hungry or they're trying to accomplish something. This happening with the 2 riots in 1 week, the span of 1 week, is very anomalous. Thank you again. We will let Aird know that you helped us in this endeavor. Go ahead. I'll just add that to the XP counter later, but everyone can add an additional 15 XP for that to their total amount. Fuck it, why not?
Darrow don't give much XP, but Onyx needed to kill something because he was bored of the shopping.
Oh, 15. Oh, you make it so hard.
Right.
I can't
Well,
do
he
math.
killed him by himself. I mean, I can give it to him.
No,
my
it's just
XP.
the
You don't touch my XP.
It's just the fact the number was so awkward. I couldn't bother doing the math in my head.
Well, it's 15 to each of y'all, and then whatever the XP from the actual Darrow divided amongst all of y'all.
Oh, I just added 15.
So, like, that's another 43.75 XP for all those Darrow he killed. They didn't lay a scratch on him. Like you had your nice new adamantine set of armor. You just like every time they like try and hit you with one of their hook staff, you're just like chest bump it out of the way. Fuck yeah. Anyway,
Flawless victory.
Wait, is this
go
still
ahead
the...
and add another. On top of that, just put another 44 on that from the actual Darrow XP.
Is this still the day where we killed the were rat, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We did it pretty early. Right?
Basically, this whole situation is what y'all did on the after that.
Okay.
When y'all get back to the inn, those of y'all who go, y'all do notice that Varys's handy haversack is still there in his room.
Oh,
He left his haversack for y'all.
I guess when I'm doing my reading, I would have noticed that.
I do need y'all to fork up 5 silver for the night stay.
Minus the electrum.
The electrum's actually really good for paying for a night, isn't it?
Yeah. I should really start using silver. You know what? I'm paying her in silver. You know, it's just it lightens my load if I pay in silver.
Smart.
Because I got like
I
over
gotta
a fucking
update the journey calendar since
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. I'm just reading my stuff, so I have my mini herbalism kin. I'm just grounding stuff in
Alright.
it.
We're going to skip forward
Yeah.
all the way. We're going to skip forward about 4 days.
Can I say something then before we do that?
Yeah.
Then can I try to sell the magical hand axe before, like during one of the days?
You do know Rorik does accept arms and weaponry.
Yeah,
Are
the
we
the
not gonna
magical
give that
weapon
to
shop.
Eldith?
It's a
To
battle
Eldith?
axe. She has a massive hammer. I don't think she would, you know.
She could use it, technically. She's a dwarf. They have proficiency in axes.
Yeah, but I think her weapon
Battle
does more
axes.
damage, even though it's magical. I think
It's just a normal warhammer. It just has family sentimental value.
Oh, okay.
It's not a maul, if that's what you're thinking.
I thought it was a mole. From what I caught, I thought it was a giant mole. I was like,
She
damn.
wields a shield and a war. So
Oh.
she could theoretically do a battle axe
I don't
similar
know.
to how
She
my
made it
character
feel like
rolls.
she was carrying a mole. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, she does. She does act like she has one. A maul, that is. That's funny that you say that.
I don't know. It felt like she did because of the
But that's up to
damage.
you. If y'all want to sell it, or if y'all want to give it to an NPC, that is up to y'all.
You
That's
were the one that got it. It's entirely your choice.
well, I honestly thought she has a fucking mole, so I'm like, she doesn't want this puny thing. She has some giant fucking
She's just got a
hammer.
warhammer.
I don't know. I mean, I asked her, I'm like, do you want do you want a replacement for your hammer? We found this in a sewers.
This is my family hammer. It's not replaceable, but are you saying that this item is more effective in a way?
You can definitely kill were-rats with it, that's for sure. I don't think your hammer can do that.
Oh. No, I don't think so. Then that is very useful. Yes, if you're willing to give me this gift, I will appreciate it greatly, and I'll be able to save my hammer for other uses.
Yeah, try not to stain it too much.
Oh, I'm sorry. This thing's going to be soaked in blood when I'm done with it.
I like how
Thank you.
You're really subtle about
She
it.
does a few practice swings just short of the wall. She's just, this thing's light. She like spins it with one hand and just catches it really fast. Oh, I like this. You see tendrils of a wind spinning with it that almost looks like it's breathing out of the blade. It's a pretty nice axe for a +1. But so yeah, 4 days passes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, no problem. You can do that.
I'd have time to scribe in my spellbook as well, right? So I can just do as much as I.
Depends. You have to basically
So over 4
whatever you're
days,
gonna
right?
do by
So
putting spells into your spell book. You would do the math for that and everything, and then
yeah.
tell me when you're starting to read the herbalist book, so you
Well,
can start working on your proficiency gaining.
yeah. Well,
'Cause
on the
it'll take 2
first
weeks.
on the first day, I would. Oh well, on the first. Really? I bought 200 gold worth because you said it was 8 days, because 25 gold per day, and it was two. Oh, it was 2 work weeks. That was right. So it's two work weeks.
So 10 days,
10,
basically.
Yeah. All right. So how many hours? I guess when we arrived, how many hours did we have? Like, I guess when we finished the sewers and stuff.
5 hours. You had
Okay.
5 hours before you went to sleep.
All right. I'll do 5 hours worth of spells for the first day. So I'll tally it up and I'll whisper it to you. How much is what? So
Whatever you get, that works for me.
Yeah. All right. That's fine. I'll do that then. So yeah, you can fast forward.
4 days goes by uneventfully. Please remove another 20 silver for those of you who are required to pay money for lodging.
For those days, can I make checks on working on things?
Yes, you may. You can do your gym checks.
It's just making money.
In fact, when you use a hold work,
my alchemy.
all right, it takes only an hour to make one of those things. But just give me like a proficiency check for whatever you do. This will be intelligence based.
My alchemy? Or
Yeah, you're not proficient in it, right? Or
no.
okay, so then yeah, just a flat intelligence check will work for the purposes of this.
Oh, that's a 4. It blows
So
up in my
yeah,
face.
you're just getting used to the tools. You don't ruin the supplies, but you aren't able to craft it in your first hour spending on this.
Yeah, I'd be like if we're doing this like whole day, I'm pretty much doing this the entire day.
All right, then just give me however many checks that you can until you get the successful amount crafted. So I guess it would be, so you lose 1 with that, obviously. That's a completion. That's a completion. That's a completion. And that's a completion. So you have 4 completed either Vials of Acid or Alchemist Fire. Alistair, you can give me just 1 jewelry check for the whole work day, or so, and I think that'll give you 25 gold value on your item you're trying to craft.
Mm-hmm.
That's a success. Let me know when the gem gets to 100 gold in value.
Okay, this is my ruby. You said it's 25 gold worth?
Yes, if you spend a whole day working on it, it's 25 gold.
Okay, so how many improvements would that be? How many are we counting that?
That would be 4 improvements.
Okay.
Yeah, spending it in 1 day just makes it easier because you get to reduce it down to 1 check.
Yeah. As long as it's a good check.
Yeah, that's true. So that's 4 days, so you can do 4 checks on it. But just let me know when it gets past 100 gold in value.
Yeah, I'll do another one. Oh my god!
You shattered a gem. It's now worth half the value.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
The curse of Horus lives on.
It can only be used for spell components, and if it's you could use it like something that's similar to another spell's components if you want.
So wait, it doesn't have value anymore?
It's hard.
It has value as in consumables for spell components, like ruby dust,
sell it or anything.
Diamond dust. You could sell it for that value as well.
Oh, okay, that's what I was wanting to know.
So it's whatever you improved it, whatever it was before you improved it, it's worth half that amount since it's been shattered.
Yeah. Okay. The next day, I want to do more investigating for the cult.
All right, go ahead and do that.
Jeez.
You hear nothing.
Mm.
You have one more day. Barris, you got yours all situated. Bronx, what do you do in your 4 days?
I guess kind of just between going to the bar, the crotchety bastard, and just walking around town, not much.
Do you try any pit
Oh,
fighting or
yeah.
anything while you're there?
I thought we would wait to do that. Like, a
Do-
little bit of
Well,
event.
you could do a small bout without having to. You just do a
Yeah.
couple checks.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do other one.
All right. So
You get a challenger.
you do get a challenger. You get this scruffy-looking, small, deep gnome, and you're just sitting there, literally towering over him. And just roll me 3 string checks.
I'm just kind of looking at this guy, like looking at the crowd, like, okay, what? Did I miss
The crowd
something?
is very small. They're unenthused. They're just drunk and half watching.
I kind of feel bad having to hit this thing.
He's drunk and he's
Dang.
insulting you.
He's done.
Yeah. You don't even get you start your
Gotta
attack.
punt him into the wall. Game over.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
Just flies. Ah!
But for that, you
It's
do
over
win
now.
100 gold because that's how it works in pit fighting. As
Oh boy, more gold.
yeah, more gold. That is true.
Let's go to the stream with some gems. I'm getting a lot of weight here.
Other than that, I think Anthony, you were gonna do something.
I did another investigation, got a 9 again.
Unfortunately, no.
These rolls are killing me.
At the end of y'all's,
More
or the
alchemy.
start of y'all's, what'd you say, Navar?
More alchemy.
All right.
I'm gonna this time I'm gonna try and try to recreate the ointment.
Which one? Oh, the
Totem's
Cotim's ointment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and see if I can figure that out.
Just make a flat intelligence check.
Mm-hmm.
You get the idea that this isn't more of an alchemical substance, but it's a nature-based substance.
I'm just like, Alistair, I can't do it. Can't make it. We need some sort of druid or some shit. I don't know.
I believe Barrius is working on herbs.
Yeah, you probably do something.
I got my reading glasses on and I'm got my desk out. I'm like a fucking librarian right now.
Okay.
But yeah, for the first day I would have done that. So the other 3 days I would
You would have started on your reading.
Yeah, so 10
Okay.
working. So I'd minus 3 working days.
Technically, this is 4 days after y'all finished.
Okay.
So you'd have had a full 4 days to take off if you would have spent that first day on that.
It had to be
Because
250.
y'all did that all on the 7th, then it started 8, 9, 10, 11. So y'all are on the start of the 12th of Elate. Or no, wait, hold on. Sorry, the 12th of Marpinoff, or whatever it is
That
called.
works.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Somebody's home.
Speaking of somebody being home, on the beginning of y'all's 12th day in the city, Garjakar finally comes calling for that meeting. He enters with 2 other Durgar who are seemingly a part of the same order of Keeper of the Flames.
Are you saying the
He-
dragon entered the bar?
No.
No, Gartokar is the
Dwarf.
is the guy who attends the Wormsmith.
So
Okay.
5 times.
You do not know the dragon's name yet.
Okay.
100, 250. Okay.
So, do y'all heed his calling?
Who's calling us?
Um,
The 50-foot fire
I'd
breathing
have to
dragon.
say we have to go
Oh,
get
the
our
dragon.
orc, though.
Oh god.
Yeah.
In this time,
Yes.
would we have had a look in the haversack? I would have been able to have a look in the
Yes,
haversack.
yes. I have to give you access to that, don't I?
Yep.
Probably.
All right, give me a moment. Yeah, you don't need to attune to a haversack.
Ooh, actually,
Who will be holding the haversack? I'm gonna let y'all all see it for now, but whoever holds it will be able to get to see what's in there from now on.
I've attuned to my boots, so now I don't have a carry capacity. I can walk even if I'm encumbered. That's
I was
great.
gonna say have him carry, but I mean if he has magic boots for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
I think it
strong.
weighs 15 pounds.
Oh, I don't want to be over encumbered. Okay, I'm just saying that I can be. I don't like
I mean,
being.
I guess I could carry it if no one else really cares.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay. One handy haversack.
Yeah.
So it's 15
Cannot
pounds?
find the pit fighting for
Yep.
the life of me.
Okay. It's a heavy sack.
No, the pit fighting downtime activity. I guess it's in Xanathar's.
Probably is.
So, are y'all ready to continue?
I'll ask them, the people that came to get us, did you guys send someone to the crotchety bastard to get our orc, or is Bronix with us?
I wasn't aware of y'all's living conditions. I only knew of this place. But yes, we can stop by on the way there to pick up your friend.
Yeah, that
Right,
sounds
well,
fine.
ready to go, the rest of you are?
All right. He requests a private audience with y'all. I will not be in there, but I believe he is going to set you on the task not with me, but on our behalf. But he wants to speak to you first. So, let us go get your friend, and then we will meet the Wintersmith.
Hmm.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Y'all arrive at the crotchety bastard. It's decently early in the morning. Bronix, what are you doing? And do they need to come in and get you?
So it's early in the morning.
Decently early in the morning. This is maybe 7, 8-ish in the morning for you.
Okay, well, about that time I'll be eating breakfast, my lady.
So, do
At
they
the
need to
bar.
come in and get you?
It's at the bar. They'd have to come. Well, yeah. They can't psychically summon an orc through the walls.
So y'all walk in.
Right, we don't have the helm anymore.
Bronix!
I'll
What
walk
the fuck was
in.
that? A dying
We're
owl?
being summoned!
I'll walk
He's
up to
yelling through a
Bronix.
door.
I like walk up to the door and yell that. Walk up to his door.
There are quite a few people in the outside on the Blade Bazaar just looking at this strange sight of Dragonborn yelling at a
No,
door.
I like I'm inside and I walk up to wherever.
Oh, he's in the opening.
You don't need to yell.
When you
Jesus
walk in, then
Christ.
you see him right there.
He's hard to miss.
Make sure he's nice and awake.
He's sitting there eating lunch with the female drow.
Eating
And
breakfast.
Varg is just sitting there, a green half orc, just looking at you, like, what the fuck?
Barg is a half orc now? I thought he was a dwarf.
No,
No,
Varg has always been a half orc.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's
Fucking
always
fair.
been a
What
half
the
orc. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Gartukor peeks in. He says,
Well,
"Is your
good.
friend ready to go?"
I kind of like shove the eggs and bacon onto the mushroom bread and just like fold it in half and shove it in my mouth. Let's go. As I grab my axe.
He backs up away from the door because y'all are both pretty big folks walking out in front of him. Y'all are literally twice his height nearly. Not really. Y'all are they're 4.5 feet tall. Y'all are almost 7 in your case. So it takes y'all a better part of about an hour to travel down to the South Furrow district, and eventually y'all make your way through these part of the smithing region. Down to the very south. I'm going to move y'all to Grackle Stoke so I could show y'all where y'all are.
The entire time I'm staying to the back of our group as we go.
Yeah, you still haven't
Drinking
revealed
alcohol.
anything. So y'all walk by a few large forges and an especially large building which seems almost like a fortress to the far east. Eventually you lead up to the cavern, or the entrance of the cavern. It's very, very hot. Alistair, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Hey, double digits.
You feel the heat. You're sweating more than usual, but you're okay.
Oh, that's right.
I
I need
do
con
need an
saves. Yeah,
additional Constitution saving throw for everyone else
yeah. For this
to see if
day.
you.
Bronx is always fine.
Various, you
I
have
like
stage 1 Grackle Lung. Did y'all take care of that this morning?
I would assume my best friend Alistair would have helped me. Navar, you're fine. You pass. No, wait. You haven't even rolled it. Never mind.
I
No,
punch him
haven't.
for 1 point of damage and tell him to figure out this damn ointment tomorrow. My punch also has a lesser restoration on it.
Well, I'm not the one to figure out the ointment. Why are you hitting me? I'm reading. I'm not the one in charge of the
Hey,
ointment. Don't hurt me.
shit's nature based. I can't do shit with that. But Barrius, you do it.
You're fine, Navar,
Yeah.
on your saving throw.
Alright.
We'll skip the wisdom saving throw until tomorrow.
Barrius, you do it. You fucking figure out the ointment.
One day I shall figure out how to clone myself, and then I shall do all these tasks which you require of me.
A
One
workshop.
of
Oh
these
god,
days.
a workshop of various. Oh no.
You imagine
When
the
you reach the
conversation.
entrance, it is well guarded. You see dozens of similar attired keepers of the flame, as they're called. You get the sense that this place is, although the guard is probably unnecessary, you get the idea that this seems like it's unnatural for there to be this many guards.
Oh my god. Fucking maps.
As the Durgar priest lead you to a building carved from stone just outside the huge cavern, you hear a grumbly voice, and a thunderous voice echoes across the wall. Gartokar! Send them in. I can smell the surfaces already.
You
I
wouldn't.
just turned to Barris. Good God, take a shower.
So, it's eerily quiet in here. You don't notice much except for the low rumbles of the forges outside in the distance. You just hear very slight breathing from the beast that you know is within this cave. So, I see you were smart enough to heed my summon. Now, I do have a task for you all. But,
where are we on the?
It's all dark.
yeah, it's dark.
It's just all black.
Yes,
can't
you're in a
see.
very dark cave.
I mean, I
Y'all
have
can't
light
see
on.
anything except for those who have dim light from your dark vision. Those you believe it'd be just Barius and Bronix at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
My light.
yeah, you're not within range.
What?
You're
Caverns
not
so
within
big.
I'm
range
not within
of.
range of my own light.
No,
The cavern is so
would they
large.
be able to see anything within the cavern? Your light was not within range. You do catch hints of gold in the distance. Those of y'all who have dark vision, see a shadowy figure breathing, slumping, looking directly at you. You can't make out too many of the features. Eventually, though, if I can find it, you do see a fiery sort of drool coming down from the dragon's mouth. So, we have a problem.
Dwarf, what?
What?
Sorry.
Kind of problem?
For some time, I believe Gartokar and his rats have been suppressing some of my desires. Now, they informed me that they need something done, and I would like y'all to facilitate this request. But, whatever he asks you to do, I want you to report to me first.
Okay. Well, I don't have a problem with
I don't know why we should do
Sure.
anything for you.
that. Shut up. He will eat.
I see you have an insolent one with you.
Yeah, apparently he doesn't like dragons.
What about you, Dragonborn? Do you not share
I'm merely-
similar resentments?
No, not really. It's more of a slight dislike.
I'd call the enslavement of your entire race pretty bad.
Yep.
The devil knows his history. But I could tell that you're quite young, so you might not be as informed.
I choose not to care.
That
as
is a
much.
wise choice. For if you fail on your task, you see some of the bones. He's flicking with his big, large nails.
Yeah, we'll be
You-
fucking dead, right?
You get the idea.
Well, I thought you were going to add to Alistair's bone collection.
Excuse
I
me.
know nothing what this devil speaks of.
Oh, it's an inside joke. You
Just
won't get
ignore
it.
the fool's ramblings.
Hey, I ramble when I'm scared, okay? It's a defense mechanism. And a
You
good
always
one at that. Exactly!
Always scared.
Exactly!
Lives in a constant
That's
state
just
of
sad.
paranoia and fear. That is sad.
I threw a boomerang
While y'all are
5 years
bickering-
ago and it never came back.
While y'all are bickering, y'all hear like the dangling of chains clinking in behind y'all as two of these keepers of the flame are escorting what looks like a shield dwarf, something akin to what Eldith looks like. Ah, lunch is here. It's a female. She's put before him, and she is just stone frightened. I beg y'all a good hunting trip with Gartokar. Leave me. and y'all are escorted by the two.
They're a red dragon, right?
Yeah, it's a red dragon. Oh no, these keepers of the flame, they're Durgar.
Yeah, but the dragon.
Yeah, can't you
Giant
see? There's an
asshole
image right
dragon.
there.
Oh, I just see black. I've been
Where's
staring
their
at black
image?
the
Oh
entire
my
time.
god,
What
I didn't
image?
fuck.
Well, that's why you said it was like really
Black hole.
dark, and I was like, alright, he's using
Jesus.
theater of the mind stuff.
It's
I thought I have a thing where everyone can see the light.
Black.
I'm just looking at a black cube, trying to imagine it. I'm like, ooh, it sounds spooky.
This is riveting footage for our fan.
yeah,
Well, I literally have
riveting
something on the
footage.
token layer. Are y'all not map? Y'all
Oh,
are on the
yeah.
map.
Yeah, we're on the map. It's just black.
I see what I normally
You're
see.
fired. Get him out of here.
Yeah, you can do it. You just
All players
Take
can
off.
see light. I don't understand.
I don't think you have the right tokens, maybe, or something. I don't know.
You don't got the right shit.
I mean, I don't know.
just
It's
go
there. I'll put a
do
torch
the-
out just so y'all can see,
But
but
with the
y'all
Take the
should be
black
able to
layer
see.
off. Let's take it off.
yeah, take that black layer off. Or just fog of war. Just fucking clear it out completely.
Normally this doesn't happen. I guess the dragon has
There it is.
There we go.
stage fright.
Alright.
Anyway, so y'all are escorted out, and y'all hear a scream and what sounds like a flamethrower torrent of fire come out from behind, and y'all feel a wave of heat hit your backs. Alistair, give me another Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
You don't quite fall to one knee, but you grab that familiar spot on your chest as you start to breathe heavier. From there,
You alright?
you're What?
Yo, Alistair. You alright?
I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's an old man. He gets indigestion sometimes.
I guess.
And then I whisper nonchalantly, I'm like, don't worry, your secret's safe with me. And I don't tell her what the secret is.
So, from there, you're escorted out back to Gartokar. He looks over y'all. So, how was your meeting with our Father of the Flame, the Ever Burning?
He doesn't look anything like my dad. But
Are you a flame? I don't think so.
He's some kind of flame.
As good as one can expect.
I
without
don't
being
understand
killed.
the innuendo, but
the burning flames of indigestion.
our the Weemsmith is the foundry's heart. Lord Thimbashad is a great and terrible beast that I will spare you the rest of the details, but our task for you is a little bit of an embarrassment for the keepers. Just a short while ago, we were assaulted by a band of miscreants we know that you now have all too well familiarity with. The Grey Ghost.
And there it is. We
Those are
gotta
really
go
annoying.
kill more of them. Whoa.
What do you mean more of them? We know
Killed
you
a shit ton of them.
really.
Oh yeah. Just like every Tuesday, it's like, oh look, it's more Grey
Well-
Ghosts. Let's kill them.
We had captured one of them that we thought was their leader, and he was swiftly executed a little over a week ago, or less than a week ago.
Yep.
But they stole something very valuable, something that is quite a very dangerous secret. He stole Lord Bimbashod's successor.
Or and I'm just gonna shout out like he's a girl.
No, Lord Thembershot is not a female.
What are they doing with the successor? Then? Isn't it? Like, I don't know how dragons work.
The word successor is someone who succeeds their position. That does not have any gender relations to it.
So are you saying the fat lizard's going to die soon?
Well, that isn't your concern, but he
Probably
is
not. To be
powerful.
honest.
Oh, he's gonna be
And,
killed, right, by the successor. It's like a dominance thing, something like that.
No, the successor is meant to replace him entirely. We harvest the dragon every 400 years or so. It so happens that before he can gain any more power, we need to replace him with a new Wiam to fulfill the needs of our forges.
Right. So where is this dragon then? Did he fly away or something?
Well, we had another egg, which we were planning to hatch within a fortnight,
Oh.
but it was stolen by the Zikari Ghost.
And you just let them walk out
have no
with an
idea where it's
actual dragon egg.
The Wyrmsmith is ignorant of the egg. He does not know of its existence.
Out of character, where did we put that?
I got
It's
it.
back in the
Boy.
house.
Yeah, Bronix has it.
I've been reading
Okay.
like to the egg basically for 4 days. Basically. It's been at home.
So with the egg lost and our control over Lord Thembershot waning, we are trying to wage war on the Grey Ghost and retrieve the item we need so we can continue our plans.
So he's getting too powerful for you to control, and you want a successor to
Yes,
replace
we
him.
use
Right.
mental deception in order to control his desires, but it is hard to.
Starting to wear off.
It's just he's a dragon. He's filled with greed of immense sorts that is unfulfilled.
Yep.
So what would happen if theoretically you never found the egg?
Shut up.
Like, would he just destroy everything eventually because you can't control him anymore?
I had not thought I had not even dared to venture into the possibility of the thought of even losing this battle, as it were. But
They'd kill him before he can get too strong, and they just keep.
We would attempt to kill him, as your friend says. Yes.
Fucking red dragons are evil as fuck.
Yeah, but he's in the middle of an army. You know.
So if you couldn't find the egg, you try to kill
we
him.
need to fill our forges with fire, and dragon's flame is the best raw material for forging in the world.
It's also the most dangerous.
Well, previously we had that. This system is worth for thousands of years. This is the first hiccup in the line of succession.
Maybe it's time you find a new way.
Well, that's why we hired you, or we are seeking your aid. Because we know that your familiarity with the Grey Ghost and your adventures have been spoken of by the captain of the guard and some others within the Cairngorm clan. So, we need you to do this. You do not want an enemy of the flame, nor of its wielder.
Well, what would happen to what's his face when the successor comes? Is he just kicked out? I mean, if the successor's still an egg,
We
I
have
doubt
our
he's
ways
gonna
of
run away.
finishing the dragon.
Kill him. I've already explained this.
Oh, okay.
That is not
information
that is pertinent to this conversation.
What do you mean? What do you think harvest means?
I don't know. I just find it comforting that the guy that literally threatened to kill us is going to get off. Puts, some ease.
Yeah, he's gonna get offed soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say controlling him is painful for him?
Well, the methods that we use, for him, they are best going unnoticed. he does not feel pain. No, he feels the very opposite. He feels pleasure with his position because of the bountiful gifts that we try to give him and appease him with. He is hopefully subtly unaware of our influence.
This is... Well, I'm kind of a connoisseur of such manipulations and mind stuff. I would be interested in finding, at least learning, some of the methods you use.
This is not something that you can learn. It is innate to our abilities. We are born with this feature.
Oh, you're
Not something that
dragon
we can teach
whisperers.
anyone. No, it's not necessarily dragon whispering, as you call it. It is the mental capacity within our minds is used to weave thoughts and emotions into his. It is a sort of technique of control that is hard to master and even more rare to even find.
Wait, you're not mind jujuing me right now, are you?
No, they're not.
No, this is something that takes a consecrated effort to maintain between multiple wielders of this power.
Okay, good. I'd have to take your head off if you were.
I mean, I could easily force an image into your mind, but it would be unnecessary, I believe.
Well, either your ritual's
Alright.
not working anymore, or you have a traitor in your midst because he suspects you.
No, the issue is just a dragon's will is,
Great.
yes, it is pure rage. It's inferno. It is fire.
I know all too
Unwieldy
well.
in its purest form. It's hard to control.
It wants to destroy.
Exactly.
You don't need to lecture me on the red ones.
Well, then aid us in
Yeah,
our quest.
I don't know. Dragon's kind of an ass if we
The
do
You
Grey
this.
are
Ghosts are a
research, you are
very,
Rhodesian.
very dangerous threat to this city.
Alright, we'll find your egg.
So where do you want us to search? You must have a lead, right? Oh, where they must be keeping
I am
this
the
egg.
leader of this.
Oh,
No,
You
the
have a
lead
lead
of
on the
like
egg.
the egg. Yeah. Like
You have any
where?
idea where it's at?
The
They
Grey
don't have a
Ghost have
clue.
it, I'm
They're
assuming.
talking to me.
Oh,
No, not you.
the Grey Ghosts just have
What do you
it.
mean? What do you know what the egg is?
Yes, the
They're
leader,
looking for
the individual that we had caught, we had tortured and used our with readings to delve into his mind, and he told us that an individual named Usville was responsible for this this treachery.
Okay.
Yeah, we killed him.
How long do we need to get the egg?
Immediately,
How long?
we could lose our control over this beast at any moment.
Right.
We
If you
just
lose
try to placate him
control-
as best we can.
What is the likelihood of him being slain or the city being destroyed?
very.
As the days, as the years go by, it gets even more and more likely. But
I'm
it is
sure
even
you
worse
know
if he
how
finds
plan-
out.
Should your plan fail, have you not taken any precautions to slay him if need be?
Oh, there's plenty of precautions. Like I said, this is not pertinent to the conversation. This we're meant to discuss strategy and recovering our egg.
Yes, but should it fail and the egg not be recovered, will you lose the city? Will you all die? Or will he be slain?
I doubt
Many
it.
will
We
probably
may
die.
lose quite a few of the keepers. We would certainly lose favor with our king, Hogar, but that is the risk we are running right now. We're hoping to solve this issue before it proliferates.
Well, let's go find his egg.
Do you have any idea why they would have stolen the egg?
Replace him. Oh, them? Because they're great.
Chaos.
A dragon egg is very valuable, and I believe this thieves guild plans to sell it to the greatest bidder. Or perhaps if they're involved in some foul rituals, I don't know. They seem to be magic wielders and of evil sorts. I don't. It's hard to understand their motives. They're narrow. many of them are Darrow.
Alright, well, I mean, we killed Dara before. I guess we could try to find a place where they go and kill some
If we
more and
find
try to
anything
find
out,
it.
we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
take this. He gives, he waves his hand and some alkalites come up. They start giving you pins of gold pins, which feature a circular formed dragon breathing fire up into the air. And he also gives one of you a holy symbol of Ladugar, the patron deity of the Duergar. This badge will allow you to travel near anywhere in the city. Thank you for your attention to this issue. Please return soon with good news. You may go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna like, as I'm just gonna like talk to everyone. I'm
30
like, this
minutes
is the
away.
first time like we've actually been asked to retrieve something without killing anyone.
So we're just leaving. They're not escorting us back.
Correct.
No, they feel that you have understanding. They pushed you sort of out of the area of their domain, and that's about it.
All right. Well, wherever we start walking to, I just want to make a perception check to make sure they're not following us at all.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see.
23.
You don't get the sense that you're being followed. But then again, you wouldn't be able to detect an invisible Duergar, would you?
Suppose not.
But you feel that you're confident in the sense that you are safe to continue on wherever you plan to go.
I think we should wait until we're back at home, right? Before we discuss stuff.
Some safe place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, your meeting took about 3 hours, maybe 4 with travel included.
It's kind of like midday-ish then. I'm like, well,
I head back to the room with who I'm sharing with the mushroom.
Stool?
still.
I guess
The
we
other
all
room,
like
not the room like
we go.
bastard.
I guess we go to the egg, and we all just stare at it.
In my room, that's
So
I knew we should have smashed it when we had the chance.
Well, it seems like the
this way
new.
we get to see the bastard die. That'd be awesome.
Well, I think the
Exactly.
bastard dies either way, right? The new one comes, they kill off
Dead
the old
dragon
one.
before it's ever born. The adult is killed,
They're just gonna wait until they
and
can
the
find a new
ghost
egg.
would have taken the blame.
I mean, there are a couple of things we can do. One is obviously
taking
give
the
them the egg, which I don't think we should do because I don't like giving someone a dragon. And the second most obvious thing we could do is kill the egg, obviously, and then tell them, "Hey, look, we found your egg. It's smashed. It's dead. You have to kill off that dragon now."
Yeah, that's not an option because if we
Yeah.
fail, they're gonna kill us.
What? No, it's not our fault.
I'll eat you if you fail the task.
If we failed, we die.
Yeah, but
the
we won't.
dragon warned us
Yeah,
that if we failed the
Well,
task,
that's
we
more
die.
of the dragon.
Yeah, if we
saying
don't tell the
doesn't know what the
dragon,
task
flame
is.
keepers.
He doesn't know what the
Yeah,
task is.
exactly. So if
But he
we
does know if we
report,
fail, he's gonna kill us.
yeah, but they're gonna try to kill the dragon. So we kind of got the entire
So
city on
who
our back.
cares?
Well, they're gonna kill the dragon and replace
Regardless,
it
eventually.
with the new baby dragon.
Yeah, they're gonna
They'll find
kill it
another
anyway.
egg, is the point. They're gonna find
We'll try to find.
They'll find. Well, if they found this one, it shouldn't be too hard to find another one.
Right.
Yeah, but every 400 years, like one egg, that's pretty long,
Yeah, that shouldn't be
You
too
look
hard.
400 years. You know.
They have plenty
Alistair,
of time.
you would know that eggs can remain dormant for centuries.
Mm-hmm. I'd tell them this.
Right, so this egg might not even fucking hatch for the next 100 years anyway. So
Don't
Still hatching.
still.
Well, it's obvious that it's impertinent that it happens soon, so it must be nearly time.
Yeah.
I say
Yeah,
we give them the egg, and then we make popcorn and watch as they kill the dragon.
Well, they're gonna kill the dragon either
Yeah.
way.
I'm gonna agree
They
with
may
that.
not. They
Solden.
may not kill it
Is
anytime
that what-
we.
Is that what
are
happens?
around.
They kill the dragon if we give them the egg? Is that what it seemed to be that they were saying?
They said that they have plans to do it. They didn't specify when exactly it would happen.
Yeah. Well, they
That
have
just makes it a
ways
condition of
to.
retrieval of the egg.
Well, they probably have ways to kill the dragon, regardless of succeed or fail if the egg comes, because they
Let's say,
have to
if
kill
that's
him.
what they're planning on doing, I would only make the stipulation that I want to watch the bastard die.
I could second that. I want
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
I want a
same.
dragon tooth.
I don't know.
I just want to see him suffer.
I mean, was the dragon standing on what was the dragon saying? It was just some pile of treasure, right?
Big thing of
Mountain of
gold
gold.
and skeletons and.
But I mean, they
corpses.
give that to him to appease him. They'll
Yeah.
just keep it for him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just don't want to give
I have
a
a feeling,
dragon to someone.
after. I have a feeling after they kill the dragon, clear out the body, they also clear out all of the money and gold, and then bribe the new baby dragon with all the money and gold from the last one.
Probably.
I don't know. I mean, the dragon obviously
Think of it
isn't
this way.
hurting anyone when it's under control. I'm just worried that once we give the egg, the dragon will
It
wise up.
just ate a
and...
dwarf.
It
Yeah.
just ate
A
somebody.
shield
It
dwarf.
Yeah, so if the dragon
Like a
catches on to us giving them the egg, he might try to fight whatever they're trying to do, and he doesn't obviously want to die. So, I don't know. If they have a way of getting rid of the dragon,
Contact somebody.
I don't know. I'd feel
Let's say
safer if I
contact
knew what they were
they'd
doing.
Contact the
Kill.
leader. This is how it would go. We'd contact someone. They'd contact the leader. The leader would come to us and tell us where to take it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, we're not taking it to the dragon. That would
Well,
be
the
dumb.
dragon knows something is up anyway, so he's obviously going to poke a
It's a
fight.
task. Well, yeah.
I'd just be safe if I knew how they were going to kill
The dragon
it.
has to say, "Oh yeah, the guys had us bring him an egg," and then he'll know and he'll kill them and spare us, or they'll kill him. Either way, it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying that I would
Something's
feel
dying.
safer if I
That's
knew
result.
the way they were going to get rid of the dragon, because as far as I know, them killing a dragon doesn't seem very
Well,
feasible to me.
I mean,
Apparently done
didn't
it
they say
before.
for like thousands of years
Yes.
that this method has
They've been doing
working?
this.
Yeah, but they
So
haven't
I'm
had
pretty
the egg
sure they got
stolen.
a solid method.
And I'm pretty sure they would have replaced the
So,
dragon
yeah.
by now, but because it's been delayed so much, I don't think they've ever had to deal with a situation where it's been delayed by this much time. So, yeah. I don't know.
That's the point.
It's probably only
cares?
been gone for like a month.
We can ask them how long. You know, what, can we ask them like how long it would have been
He's
gone?
not going to answer. He didn't
If you
answer
want to
a
go
lot of
back,
stuff.
yeah, you can probably go back.
That'll take a while.
Nah, we're just overthinking it. Let's just give him the egg.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the
Give 'em
dragon
the egg.
is. I think you're not giving the
Give 'em
dragon
the
enough
egg.
credit. How good it is due.
Like, we don't know
so
how many people they
do
have. They probably have
we
enough
want-
to just outright destroy it.
Do we want to go back and talk to them with the eggs? If so, I recommend that you cast invisibility on it again. And then we talk and find out first about this, see how they're going to deal with the dragon, killing it or whatever. And then if that's the case, then we can just give it to them.
I just want to be
Yeah,
sure that
sure.
this dragon can't retaliate in any way because this ritual or whatever they have planned has been delayed by so much. The dragon is almost about to break free. Pretty much. That's why they're like saying, "Give us the egg!" Like literally now, it could break free at any moment. So they've never had to deal with a situation like that before. So their original plan might not work, and we might have to.
Pretty sure whatever it is they kill the dragon, that was an instant killing. It's a dragon.
Yeah, they probably just
It's-
gang attack it. But let's put it this way: if the dragon finds out we didn't know we were going to kill it, we just say that. They say these guys are the ones who've been killing people. We just were hired to get an egg. Then we run.
Yeah. We don't
Put
even
all
have to
the
deal with the
blame
dragon.
on the dwarves, and when we run.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, the dragon is going to be vengeful and not care about that. It wanted us to report to it. Dragons are
About
not
everything
fools.
he asked of us, and we haven't reported to
Literally.
him saying, "Hey,
I-
look, we were told to
pretty-
find the egg to replace you." By the way, so he's going to be upset that we didn't
We
tell him
can
that from the
say,
beginning.
He put it. Wait, so
We don't really have to
he
even
put
see
us
him
on a
again.
task to complete. All we have to say is that we've completed the task.
We don't even have to see the dragon again. We could just give him the egg and run.
Yeah,
Except for I want to see it die.
there's
That's your-
lightning
that's your
and
funeral,
lightning
buddy.
outside. At least for me, it's under lightning and shit.
Oh no.
This is the first in a while.
I say we give him the egg, but we don't go anywhere near the
I
dragon.
don't know. Maybe it'd be
Still never
best if
gonna
we
kill
just
it.
remove the
Yeah.
egg from the society where they don't have to depend on Dragon Flame to have forges. Because if they stole the egg once, and this is the first time it's ever happened, people might get wise and try to do it again,
okay,
right?
so
We can
Navarre
get
So-
another
will.
egg.
Navarre
That's
just
fine.
grabs Barrios's shoulder and shakes him semi-violently, and it's like, "Are you fucking stupid?
Just
They've
forges.
been doing this for thousands of years. It's fine."
Yeah, and now everything's
They're gonna
going to
fight
shit. So, I don't know.
Just one time.
Just one time is all it takes.
Like, the moment that it gets back into their possession, that shit's gonna be guarded like hella strong.
I don't know, the order doesn't seem that big. They only seem to be very specific people with the talent or
Oh,
ability
yeah.
to do it.
Well,
So, I don't know. It doesn't seem
No,
like
no,
there are too
those
many.
are the ritual. Those are the ritual people. They probably have a huge ass group behind them.
I don't know. All I'm saying is that I had
Remember,
vision.
Durgar can be invisible.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
They could just poison the next dragon's meal for all we know. That'd be the end of it.
Yeah, like they don't even have to do it like violently. Like you just either
Well-
way, something's going to
Well,
die.
I'm pretty
They
sure
are
Whether
it's.
it be us, the Duragar, or the dragon.
Well, you
They
guys
Either way,
didn't.
special ability to control a dragon. I'm sure they
We
have
don't
special
care.
ways of slaying one as well.
Yeah, but the dragon isn't entirely under their control. It seemed like he was just going along with what they were doing because
Well, he's
it's
grow-
on the
he's
He's not really
It's
under
still
their control.
growing.
He's just
Being
misled.
manipulated.
Yeah.
Well,
Mentally
Manipulated.
I
You said-
think
you said
he's
you
doing
wanted
a
to hear-
double
you wanted
whammy
to
where
learn
he is
their
pretending to be under their control because he is almost capable of breaking free himself, and he's just playing along so that once the time comes, that
Maybe.
you know what,
You
I
obviously
bet that
don't know
he,
Red Dragon. then.
you know what, he could have masterminded
Dragon
this
has
whole
no
thing.
living on
He
his own.
could have fucking tempted the Duragar to fucking kidnap the egg and delay it enough so that he could escape. He's smart enough to figure something like that out. You don't know.
He doesn't
He could have
know
escaped
about the
anyway.
egg. He doesn't care about it. He doesn't know about it.
He's not psychic.
Yeah.
He's not gonna know.
I don't know. He's had hundreds of
Besides,
years
this
to
is
a thing.
what,
So.
like this is close to 400 years old ish.
I don't know. He's fucking old.
It's not a very
It's not really that old for a dragon.
Yeah, that's
It's not
pretty
a
young
medium
still.
dragon. It's just an adult.
Yeah.
And this one's fat and lethargic.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which they probably kept him that way for some reason. So he probably can't fly away or anything.
Yeah, he can't fly, he can't move.
I'm
very
sure he
quick.
can, but probably not as well as he could.
Yeah,
Well,
he
he's
can't
kind
move
of stuck in
very
a
quickly
giant
around.
Kill a
cavern.
dragon.
You know what?
Giant
When you run away from the dragon, when it eventually kills everyone, you can test how good its flying abilities are.
In the Underdark.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get into another cave system.
Yeah, we're just going on a
where
tiny
you can
cave
just
system.
escape it.
I don't know. I'm just saying that
We'll take some of those
personally.
earwig mushrooms.
I'm just saying that personally, I feel like there is more to this situation than just black and white. Give them the egg or kill the egg. I think something is amiss here, and the dragon definitely gave me some weird vibes with how he approached certain things.
I think you're reading into it far too much.
Hey,
Cheerios.
could be.
Cheerios
be.
are not trying to tell you something.
So
Cheerios, alphabets, whatever.
hands up for giving the egg to the people.
I raised my hand on that
I
one.
raise my hand.
I'm not saying no to
Whichever
that.
slaves.
I just want to be sure that they can deal with the dragon once they try to kill it. That's the only thing I have doubt about. It's the dragon knows what's up.
Then
and
we can go ask
Like I
while we
said,
have the egg.
we cast invisibility on they bring it with us. We question them more, and once we are sure and convicted of what they're going to do, then we can make our decision then.
Sure, I can go along with that.
All right.
I've got
Only danger is they have sea invisibility.
I've seen invisibility
They
too. I mean, I got floating disc now. I can make a floating disc with the egg on top. That's
But I mean,
invisible as well.
we just cast that this season.
The disc only holds 30 pounds. The egg
It can
is
hold a
only
500 pounds. What are you talking about? Disc can hold 500
Yeah,
pounds.
disc 500
Sensors?
pounds.
Yeah,
Oh, this
Yeah,
is 500?
500.
Okay.
yeah. It's like a levitating like sci-fi disc.
I'm thinking of Mage Hand or some shit. I don't know.
Major.
Probably.
No, that's Bigby's
Unseen servant or
hand.
some shit.
Bigby's hand
Yeah.
might be able to hold it actually.
So
Maybe.
Well,
I say,
technically, is it Tensor's floating disc concentration and so is invisibility?
No, it's a ritual. The floating disc, I believe. It's not concentration. It's. I don't know. I mean,
okay.
I mean, I just wrote in my spell book now. Yeah, floating disc. It is. It is not a concentration. Just lasts 1 hour ritual spell or one action.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah. It's it's a 3 feet by 3 feet, so 1 inch thick,
Yeah,
and it.
that's
Okay.
technically it'd be kind of hard to balance the egg on it since it's a disc, but
You can wrap some
know,
ropes
We have
around
you
it.
can figure it out.
Yeah, wrap some rope around it.
Isn't the disc visible though?
I can make it
Yes.
invisible, right? The egg.
It's
You
not
don't
a
have-
creature,
oh.
so no, you can't.
I don't know. We could just have a disc following me, right? That's a little suspicious at all.
No,
I could just.
It looked
This is
pretty weird, but
suspicious.
maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
I'll just carry it on my back.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll figure it out. Y'all figure it out.
We'll
I
fight it
mean,
on Bronix's back.
Yeah,
You
I
make it
could just
invisible.
I could just make the egg invisible on this bag. That's true, like we did before.
Make me invisible and then make the egg and everything invisible.
Yeah, if I made you
Well, we didn't
invisible,
bring our
yeah.
orc back with us.
As long as I'm carrying it, it'll become invisible. So, because remember we talked about this last time, how to get it
Yeah.
past. We had to make.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Well, I
So
mean,
we
Bronix
can-
can just carry it. That's true. I can just make it invisible, and he can carry
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
How far away was it to get to their place?
It takes probably about an hour unless you speed up.
I'm not running with an egg.
How long does
Or-
invisibility last?
I know.
Okay, we'll
You
move a
can
little
cast
bit.
a higher level and extend the time.
That's not how invisibility works.
If only.
Dang.
No,
I can cast
you-
it 2
if
times.
you cast it at a higher level, you can cast it on multiple people, so it works.
Yeah.
Oh right.
I mean,
it's
I
up
can
to
just
an hour.
I can cast it twice. It's not a big issue.
I mean, if we move at a slightly
Well, you
faster
could
pace,
remember you can always renew it. You can,
Yeah.
yeah, like
we
I
can
said,
just
about it.
speed walk.
Let's
Yeah.
say if we get there at a faster pace than what it was before, we can
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
if-
fucking walking
if
at
y'all
like
move at a
leisurely
decent pace, y'all can probably cut off about 10 minutes of time, maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as
should
long as we get
hopefully
there
be
like
enough.
15 minutes early, then I can always renew it mid-conversation if the conversation's that long.
Isn't it verbal to cast it, or is it not?
Yeah, it is, but
Verbal
So how are you
somatic.
today, sir? Hold on, I have to scream something real quick. Invisibility. Okay, you were saying.
Just renew it right before we meet him.
Yeah, it's about 2/3 of a mile to get there, but y'all are traveling through a lot of crazy shit to get there. So I would say it'd take you about, if y'all move quickly, about 40 minutes.
Okay, that's good enough. 20 minutes talking
Yeah.
will be enough to
Yeah,
get what
that's
we
about-
need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about good.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So you move along. Bronix is careful. Why don't you make 2 stealth checks? Obviously, you have advantage.
Oh,
Trying not to bump your large form. You have advantage, so.
damn.
Whew.
Okay.
Natural 20.
So Brodix is very nimble, surprisingly, with a lot of weight on his back. He's literally
One more
has
set.
like all this shit on his back, but he's fine. He's just like fuck it. At one point, he's like skinny, slipping in between two different stalls with holding the egg above his head. No problem. He's got it. But y'all do get to the cave without making any ruckus with your items that you're trying to hide. And
I'm sure
you do
Shadow
make it.
only weighs a little less than the egg.
Ooh, shit. That you just called his girlfriend fat, bro.
Not really.
180 pounds.
I thought it was
So I'm
100
sure she doesn't weigh that much less than it, and I'm sure he's used to carrying her.
Anyway.
I knew all our bullshit, all y'all's bullshit.
Yeah.
Y'all arrive. This is the same day, correct? Y'all didn't like plan this out like over the course of a day or two, right?
we would have talked for
No.
like an hour or two, and then we would have just went back.
Yeah,
Okay.
we went back,
Couple of
talked for like 30 minutes.
Well, no, I think we probably should wait some time and not just come back like, oh yeah, we had it the whole time. We didn't say anything the first time.
Yeah, that's actually really bad. Yeah, that would have been really.
So
Yeah.
y'all would be coming in the next day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then we can just give them the story that we found Uskville, killed him, got the egg, yada yada. Even though it's not where it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it lines up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
who knows? Maybe your fib will work well.
I can't be the one to say it.
I'll say it.
So y'all make your way, and you see Gartokar, and he comes up hurriedly,
The next day.
saying, "Oh, you're back already. Why am I changing my voices again? Fuck." So you have returned quite briskly. I am very pleased to hear this. What news do you have, Gartokar? I
Not to kill them.
smell them again.
Holden.
Bring them in, and come with them.
Not to kill the mood, if we're going
Yeah.
to the next day, people need to make con checks.
Oh, yeah.
That is true.
It's okay. I believe in my con.
I'm good.
Alistair,
Nope.
you narrowly succeed. Varys, you
9.
fail.
As
Uh,
usual, I'm giving you the ointment. I might need my spell today.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vapor rub me up, baby.
Hey, you healed 2d8 or whatever hit points you did not need to heal.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
cured of my diseases that I did not.
Well, you had Grackle Lung, so.
We should.
Yeah, true, actually. But sadly, it cannot use mental illness.
Reset my.
Wish it did.
Yeah, y'all
There we
spells and
go.
everything, y'all hit points all up.
Did anyone have
Good.
inspiration for this session, by the way?
Technically,
I know I
Bronix
didn't.
for killing Uskville.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give both you and Barius one for creatively using that Speak with Dead.
Ooh.
So each of y'all, except for Navarro, unfortunately, have a 1d6.
I
Yay.
have a negative inspiration.
Nah, not that.
I'm kidding.
You weren't there, so I can't really find a way to justify.
Hey man, your
I'm-
firebolts did some damage last game, even
You know
though you
what?
weren't here.
I'm tempted to
Awesome.
use it now so that you don't have to waste the ointment on me because I don't use dice like ever.
It's fine, it's fine. I have 2 more uses of the ointment.
Okay.
Hopefully, someone can.
2 more
get
uses.
more
You
of
should
it.
have had more than that.
It should be
You
5.
said it was 4 the first time, and I've used it once or twice now.
Twice?
It should have been 4 plus 5 or plus 1 or whatever it is.
Yeah, it should be 5 because
Oh,
he
so
rolled
I
max
have
for
one more
the
then.
thing.
Yeah, I rolled max
Yeah.
for the amount of
Wait,
charges.
why did you use it twice? I thought you only used it once now.
This is the second time I've used it. There's another time I used it. I don't remember when. Why?
Oh.
Okay, so then,
Either
then
way,
y'all
3
have
uses
3
then.
charges
Yeah,
of the
3.
ointment left.
You know what? It felt good when you rubbed me. So
I just imagine.
Got
I just
that
imagine Alistair
feeling.
like
Maybe
kinda,
on your
like,
wedding
squeezing it
night,
out.
Various.
I
Maybe
just
on your
imagine him
wedding night.
squeezing it out onto his hand and just kind of
It's giving me like a
Rubbing
nice
it
oily
all
back
onto-
massage. Yeah, it's like a
Alright,
nice
anyway,
back massage.
back to the
It's
dragon.
good.
It's more like
Anyway,
it's more like Tiger Balm, if anything.
I don't know what that
I
is.
just imagine smearing it onto his face.
Tiger
Back to the dragon.
Bong. Is that what is
Anyway.
Tiger Bong?
shut up. So shut up about the
Tiger Balm is like a
lip
Oh,
gloss.
balm.
muscle relaxant rub that you put on your
Oh,
Anyway.
Vapor rub.
it
Move
looks
on.
like Indian.
Enough with the stupid.
So,
Anyways.
Agarthakar, you see a bead of sweat come down his head, and you get the sense that being around this area, he doesn't sweat very often, but you can see the nervous bead of sweat come down his head. Let's go see the Lord Thimbleshot, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Uh,
y'all are marched in once again into the cavern. Thimbleshot is picking a bone with his teeth, or his teeth with a bone, the other way around.
Would I
Not
know
very
if dragons
dexterous
have
with his
true
hands,
sight or
mind you.
not?
Huh?
Would I know if a red dragon would have true sight?
it wouldn't.
You would know that it only
You
has it has blind sight and dark vision.
Oh, thank
Okay.
God.
You would know it doesn't have true sight.
Yeah.
Who was about to come out?
Thurbashad looks over. So, I couldn't quite put my finger, or should I say claw, on it before. But one of you, there's a story about. So, human. I just remembered a little bit of information about you. There's a tale of another dragon such as myself having a quarrel with the men. Why don't you enlighten us what happened that day? And maybe I will be able to give you some information you might seek in return.
Didn't know you monsters spoke to one another. Alright then. I'll give you the courtesy. One of your kind, an adult red, much like yourself, but perhaps not as robust,
Careful.
killed my beloved the day that I proposed to her, and stole a gem of great worth to me. The beast flew through the sky overhead as we were enjoying an evening picnic on a grassy hillside in the above world. The beast. He flew down and he bit her in half. Right in front of me. I heard his cold, scaly voice. It was awful. Just like yours.
And what else?
No.
Think you've heard enough.
And you do not even know the name of this kin of mine, do you?
No, he didn't bother to tell me.
So the question remains, what would you do for this information?
I don't care about its name. I just want it to suffer the way I have.
How can you make something suffer which you cannot find?
There are ways of finding beasts like yourself.
Normally you are correct, but the one you seek is a little more devious, more perverse than the regular sort of my kin. That creature is an embarrassment. So I ask again, what would you do to be able to find this revenge you seek?
I'd gladly give my life for it.
That is not what is required. I only need to know what Gartokar sent you to do. He looks directly at Gartokar.
He asked us to find something that was taken. Something that was taken by the Grey Ghosts. I don't know what. But it was something important. It would be very obvious that they should not have.
Roll a deception check.
God damn you. The curse of talking in front of your DM. Oh god.
God damn you.
Hey, my con.
Oh,
That is a lie. That is one chance gone. Where did he send you? And what for? He hasn't taken his eyes off of Gartokar. He has not been looking at you.
Can I see Galtokar at all?
Yeah, you can see him.
I
Barely.
meant like without literally. Okay. I meant literally.
I mean,
without
there's a little
looking
bit of
over at
light in the
him.
area. You can see it.
Well, I have light on.
It's in between. Oh, you have light on? Okay, so then yeah, you see him. He's near y'all. So
Okay. I just want to
Since-
see what his facial expression
Since
was.
I'm invisible, can I see if there's any like hidden weapons that are designed to kill this dragon, like hidden in this lair?
go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I get an
Nope.
insight on,
I was hoping to get a
uh,
20.
The cavern's
Yeah, they have
pretty
hidden-
tall, so it's on the edge of your dim light vision, so you can't really see much. You don't see any like embedded maybe traps or anything.
Can
I was
I?
gonna see if I could find it and step off.
Can
Sorry,
how
guys, you're on your own on this
worried
one. I
does
think I'm invisible.
Galtokar look?
yeah.
Do an insight check.
Pants are probably pooed about this one.
You could tell that he is
very.
visibly shaken. He's still steely-eyed, but he is concerned for his safety.
Can I use my familiar and just make him sit on Graticar's like shoulder and whisper something in his ear for me on behalf of me? I'm trying to like help him out here.
Is this your? Is this like? Is he invisible? Like,
Yeah,
is he always invisible?
Yeah, he's always invisible unless.
All right, yeah, you could do that.
I'm basically gonna tell him. Is my master basically knows Alistair well, and he knows the loss of a loved one deeply. If you value your life, you will run now because he will tell the dragon what he wants to know. And that is my advice for him. Because if that was me, I wouldn't give a
telling
shit.
him. Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, my master knows him well and knows the loss of a loved one. If
Prepare
you
for
value your
worse.
life, I would run because he will tell the dragon what he knows.
Roll a stealth check on your
Yeah.
familiar's voice. So it's not at advantage because he's invisible. He's speaking to him.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. So actually, a stealth modifier. It's kind of garbage.
You
8 and a
see
5.
the dragon's vision shift to the group the moment it begins to speak. It heard exactly what you just said.
What? That he's gonna tell him what he did.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, please do tell.
And he flies away.
They
Get
sent
back
us
here.
to find an egg of one of your kin.
And did you find it?
No, we have not found it since they had asked to.
Roll a deception check.
Please do well.
I know. Where's deception? I can't find it. Whew, that's
Use.
better.
Oh,
17.
Thank Christ.
Have bad insight, you red motherfucker.
He
Hey, look,
looks
bird.
over to you. That is a half-truth, isn't it? That's another chance gone. He didn't see through your whole lie, but he saw through that you weren't telling the whole.
Fuck him.
Roll
He rolled a
better.
17. He rolled a 17.
Oh,
You rolled
come
16 plus
on.
1.
I
And
chalked
you-
that -1 up to what happened to me when I was a young. God damn it.
So, last opportunity. You've found the egg, didn't you? What have you done with it?
We've kept it safe. We didn't know where or how it had gotten where it was. But we do have it.
With you?
No, I do not have it.
Roll a deception check at advantage.
That's the
use
truth.
the inspiration.
Can't,
That is
you can't.
100. I had inspiration! Okay.
You realize now.
This must be what it's like to be a bard.
Although 16 is a pretty high roll, though. To be fair, so
D6. Yes, using D6, is it?
Yeah, D6 inspiration.
If I have one lie to tell, please. 17.
You meant the DC.
Okay.
Yes.
So you did not complete the task for Garthakar. You did not have the egg yet, or you don't have it with you. What are you going to do with this egg?
I do not know what the purpose was. I just know that they wanted us to retrieve it.
Now I'm asking you to retrieve it. Bring it to me, and I'll deal with my underlings. In exchange, I'll give you the information you seek.
Hmm.
And another additional monetary reward, of course. Or perhaps you could have one of my trinkets as well.
What will you do afterwards? What about the city?
What is natural? To rule.
No problems with that. Mm.
Natural one, go for it? No, that'd been horrible.
I was expecting it to come. Okay, so out of character. I don't want to. That breaks the mood. Hmm.
I mean, we can leave and come back later
I-
after you decide.
Sorry to break
Okay,
our
I guess
but
I do.
thunderstorm just blew out my power.
It sucks.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
I guess I want to look at the group and get insight checks on they are. See how they're thinking and feeling about how they're going to react.
Man, that helmet telepathy would have been really nice right about now.
That helm.
Right?
Yeah, go ahead and
I
roll
gave
three
it. That was
insight checks.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm. Yeah.
All right, so you could see their emotions on their face. What are y'all's emotions in terms of
I doubt
with
he could see mine.
Well,
You can
I mean,
sense.
we're not talking about your boater time, okay?
You didn't see me. I'm invisible.
Oh, that's right. He's invisible. Never mind.
Yeah, he is invisible.
Otherwise, the dragon would be like, "Oh, there's the egg. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you very much."
I will
more
say it
was
has been 10 minutes inside this chamber.
I'm already leaving, so don't worry about it. I
Yeah,
know what
you
I
can just
thought
leave
for
whenever you
Bronix-
want.
Make a stealth check at an advantage.
Yeah, you could just
My
walk
thought for
away.
Bronix more was like, do I sense his barbarian rage, death?
Alright, let's see if he senses you.
He's invisible. I would. You know what?
Well,
If he
he can
does
still
some...
hear you, and you know.
I can always pretend, like in character, I can always pretend that it's my
Everybody
familiar.
start coughing.
I can lie around it.
I hear something. Very clever to send someone in here. Where are you?
Can I command my familiar to do a little dance on the ground, just invisible?
Just make him flat.
You're
Make
Like you
birds
having to like
noise.
kick coins and shit around or something?
No, he's just doing a dance, like break dancing on the.
Well,
just-
you remember he hears it somewhere else, not right next to you. Bronix is walking away.
I know. I'm trying to use it as a distraction or like as an excuse for
Just
it.
roll a deception roll then.
I'm just trying to use my familiar to.
Roll for distraction.
Yeah,
Performance.
distraction. Performance.
Performance check.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my bright guy.
Yeah, just
Hard.
click Sizix's profile and just roll a deception.
Yeah.
I guess it would be just charisma for him.
Well, you know, he's better than Alistair.
Hope he gets in that one now.
Oh my God, he got a natural 20.
Amazing.
You know what?
Damn it!
He's got like
He got a natural 20 distraction, so.
Damn it!
He's got a top
Oh my
hat and a
God.
cane, and he's just
What is that
dancing.
little thing at your feet? It's kicking my coin around.
Oh, I reached down and I like pick him up, and I'm just like, he's an underling, like yours are. He fetches stuff for
Is
me.
that your little spy?
You know what? I've never actually had him spy for me. I probably should do that.
That's not true.
It's not true. I'm not gonna make a roll for it since you got a next one.
I'm just like, yeah.
I grow tired of this. Retrieve the egg and bring it here. Card to card. You'll be staying with me. He looks over at y'all nervously, full sweat now.
Oh yeah, to
Do as he says, please. Do as he says.
to answer Alistair's question about the insight check thing, about like what I'm feeling at the moment. My feeling was he's obviously been put in a very hard situation. I mean, he got like fucking 21, so. But yeah, anyway, he's been put in a very hard situation where he's had to reveal something very personal and deep, and just the fact that, he lost his loved one, regardless, to a monster, beast, whatever have you, is enough for me, because I don't have much standing in this egg thing.
This is just the surface feeling. Like he's just seeing.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I feel his pain.
Like you're ready to brawl.
No, I feel your pain, and I'm waiting on you to decide what you want to do.
So you see empathy in his face.
Yeah, empathy. It's up to him. I'm not gonna take initiative.
One word feelings here, man.
Okay, say one word, because I'll just fucking run with it.
Empathy.
Yeah.
Empathy. There you go. Empathy.
What about you, Shadow? What do you look like? Are you scared? What are you worried? What?
Let's see here. Navarre would just be like, "Don't fuck up! Don't fuck up! Don't fuck up! Don't fuck up! Don't fuck up!"
So you
worry.
see anxiety on his face.
That's as best. That's as good as you can read off of him.
That's pretty good for a dragon, too. They don't show very much emotion, Dragonborn.
True.
So, what do y'all do?
Did I escape?
Yeah, you walked out.
Yeah,
Thankfully.
you got away. You're at the entrance. You're still nearby, but
I'm gonna go for the nearest one of his friends. What's his name?
the keepers.
Yeah.
Next keeper of the flame person.
Okay, you're invisible, so
I just kind of like, not too close, but close. Like, the dragon knows he's got Kutakar.
you just see him look at the air. He's like looking around, spinning his head. He's like, "What? What do you mean? Who's there?"
Do not worry about that. He knows he's got your. He's got. I mean, he's going to kill all of us.
Oh fuck!
And then I
He's just
continue to
scared. He
make
doesn't
my
know what to
escape.
do.
If you have a way to kill the beast, I suggest now would be a good time.
Okay. Fuck.
Useless.
He's just trying to bring it. He didn't think this was gonna happen. He's an underling. He's just scared. But yeah, you see him kind of visibly gulp. And he's nodding his head.
Summon the king's army or something. Don't be a useless bastard, and I give him a kick in the ass.
That don't attack him.
Right.
More of a
Invisibility
shove
falls
since his
off
hands are
now.
fools.
Nah, we'll say it's fine. You're not trying to attack. It's not an action.
He just
But,
kicks him in the
Yeah,
eyes.
he moves. He runs with his little dwarf legs.
Well, I've done all I can. Not off to a drink at the crouching bastard.
Yeah, so you get about 10 minutes away, and then
I would have sent my familiar after him
Invisibility's
to
gone.
recast invisibility. By the way, I would have sent my familiar to touch him to cast invisibility through him. So he
It
can
doesn't matter. Let's cover the egg with a blanket. People can look at me all weird if they want. I don't give a shit. I have blankets up the ass. I'm like 4.
Problem
just
with
make your familiar roll a perception check. See if you can find Bronix.
All right, if he can't,
Problem
like
with
you
that
said, he
being
has
is we kind of have a
blankets. So.
situation.
That'll be fine.
Well, we still need to
Yeah.
know where he's going because he's the one who has the egg.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there's only one
it
place
takes
I
a
always
while,
go.
but eventually he catches up with him. Bronix is only exposed for maybe like a minute.
well, I can just tell him
Pretty
like
good perception check. So
I can say like my master has sent me here to hide the egg again.
that's a pretty good Sizzix impression.
What are you doing? Just fumbling about in the middle of the street.
I like it. So, do y'all take y'all's leave?
I mean,
You
yeah, we
just-
need to go find Bronix.
Yeah, you just see Thundershot's claws slowly flexing inside the mountains of gold, like a cat scratching something.
So,
And as you leave, the whole cavern fills up with vicious laughter. Just lets y'all leave.
so can we take the leader person? What's his name?
Gotulkar?
No, Gartakar is
Gartakar?
staying with him.
He's
Yeah.
holding
No,
on.
he's not letting him leave.
He's gonna play with him or something. No.
He's gonna keep him close to make sure he's not up to anything.
I was gonna take him.
I guess I would ask Barius where Bronix is and I'd run to go find him.
Yeah. Where are you headed, Bronix? Are you headed back to the tavern where we all go? Same place.
You went to the Crotchety Bastard, I think.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
thing
Oh.
is, we need him back here.
Yeah, I'm just like, I mean, he's like, what are you doing? Don't go that way. Go this way. Master and his
you listen to
compatriots.
Where is
Bronix,
this
you
trying to
listen?
take me?
Basically
it's trying
to
get it back.
the back to the tavern where we all sleep. Well, except you.
Not having knowledge of Arcana or how Barius and his familiar work, I grab Barius and scream in his ear, "Get Bronix back here now!"
I'm like, I'm working on it. Do you know how many voices I have to deal with right now? And a bit of that, I guess, transfers to Zizix to shout at Bronix. He's just hearing some of
My
this
hope was that
conversation.
screaming in his ear
Change
would
of
pierce
plans.
through Zix's
They
mouth.
want you to go back.
And then all of a sudden I just go, "No, Alistair, shut up, I'm busy here." Like, no, really.
I just grabs this. Go back, you crazy?
Master, he's called you crazy. Shall I smack
Crazy.
him? He thinks he can kill Bronix.
Going
Just
back
like,
to get your damn mind.
anyway, everyone is headed to the tavern. You need to help meet us there, Bronix.
Yeah, I'm
Tavern.
running after Bronix then.
So, you talking about the inn or the tavern? Two different things.
In the inn. Yeah.
Okay, the inn. Okay, so that's the Goldborn's lair.
Yeah,
Well,
go.
Bronix says he was going back to Crouchy Bastard, I thought.
I know,
That's
but
where he said he always
why
Yeah.
is it that guy.
Yeah,
is.
he's
Yeah,
telling
but-
him to meet them at their home base, as you will.
I take
Yeah.
off sprinting.
Because he has the egg. I mean, he's just gonna go to the bar and have a drink with the egg invisible.
You have a room at that bar.
Yeah,
Is it
but you. Yeah.
So, y'all eventually do reconnoiter back at the Goldborn's lair. So, what do y'all do? How do y'all figure this issue out? I'm
Well, we
gonna take a
can't
quick
give him the
piss.
egg.
We're
Give him the
fucked.
egg.
Why can't we? He only
Why?
wants to rule the city. To hell with that.
So
He'd
now,
probably kill us anyway.
with this new situation, we're fucked either way. So we
No,
gotta find
really.
the third option.
If we give him what he wants, he'll give us a reward. And fuck this city. Fuck the Flame Keepers.
They'll kill the dragon. I mean, it's a
They
whole
will
city.
try to kill the dragon. They
He's
don't have
already
the-
broken free of his enchantment on him, as you clearly see.
Not
He's
an
holding one of
enchantment.
them hostage.
Third time. It's not an enchantment. It's more like suggestion.
Alright, put it this way: he's holding the person who's supposed to be controlling him hostage. I don't think the dragon is, under their control anymore, since he's the one controlling them now. Since he has their leader literally 2 feet away from his fucking feet or whatever.
Look around you. We're in the middle of a dwarven stronghold. They will kill that dragon.
Have you
Yeah.
seen?
It just
dragon-
matters how many.
If that dragon
die.
tries, it will not survive.
It will not escape.
I've read books and I can tell you that
It's not an easy
dragons have
It's
won
young.
wars and defeated armies by
Hey,
themselves. So
Solden, do I have the knowledge of red dragons on the amount of destruction they can do to cities? Any stories of dragons demolishing gigantic cities? 'Cause this, I'm gonna relay that.
yeah, I can do a history check as well.
You would
to
know
find
that
out.
an adult dragon in a highly defensible position could easily slay an army.
Case rested.
It's not in a highly defensible
What are you talking about? He's got a lair that really he could just shoot firebreath down the hallway for hours on end.
He'll starve to death eventually. He has to eat. He can't just stay there his whole life.
They eat ash, for all you know.
This isn't Rain of Fire, that shitty ass movie.
They eat fire. They eat gold. That's
With
what
Mr.
they can
Colorado.
eat gold. You don't know
They
that.
don't eat gold either.
I know they
They
don't.
don't
I'm
eat gold.
just saying that you could have. You
Dragons
could
can
think.
sustain themselves quite a long time without food.
I feel like they're like
If
snakes,
he wants,
right?
he can
They
poke
only.
his head out, set the city on fire, and then poke his head back in.
Whole city on fire.
Well, I mean, it's only a 60-foot cone, but whatever.
Fire.
Whatever.
Adventurers slay dragons all the time. It's not.
Do you?
that big a deal. If we have a whole.
I mean,
yes, they
you
do.
don't know that. Bronix doesn't.
Bronix does know that.
Legendary
Well,
heroes slay dragons. There are no legendary heroes here. You are not a legendary hero. I'm not a legendary hero.
Besides,
Old
the
man
city
over
can
there.
never- so what?
Uh,
We
City
can give
would
them the
kill
egg, get the knowledge we know, and then the city can deal with it, or it'll kill the city. Means nothing to us.
I don't want to go back in there because he might kill us anyway. That's my point.
well, if he's gonna kill us anyway, at least we'll get something out of it, right? It kind of.
No, we'll be dead.
I don't know. I
That's the
think
whole opposite
I
of
think
getting things out of
the
it.
dragon is wise enough to know we pose no threat to him whatsoever, so he doesn't give a shit about what
It's
we
a
do.
red. He doesn't care. He might be hungry.
Well,
He just ate.
He thinks we pose no threat.
He's right. We don't. You got Dragon Expert over here, for fuck's sake, Alistair. Like, did you not fucking hear what he told? Dragon
He said
C.
it could kill the city. He didn't say it would.
Yeah, but the very
It's not
fact that,
guaranteed.
but the very fact that he threatened it means that it's a very high probability.
There's one thing. Normally, I would never trust one of the great scaly bastards. But there's one thing he said to me. He said the dragon that I know, that I have history with, is a disgrace. And dragons hold pride to themselves very highly.
Wait, that's bullshit. He's been lived in captivity his whole life, just like this other dragon would.
He's
Wow.
not
He
in
doesn't know that.
captivity.
It is in captivity.
Well, they live
He
for
doesn't
hundreds
know
of
that.
know
Though.
that.
He's been manipulated psionically to basically thinking that he thinks that he's basically, a god to them.
The
Who's
whole
to say
point
he's been
is
kept
It's
in
a
captivity?
relationship where he's
He should
fattened up
know.
and given all this money, which he cares about. The money's what he cares about.
No,
You're
hold
assuming
on.
a lot of things.
This is a giant cavern, all right? He's not
It's
getting
pretty
out
big.
of here.
He doesn't need
And
to. He just live
well,
there.
to know that information, he would.
Not necessarily.
He-
and again,
he's
you keep
free to
thinking that
roam
he's
the
trapped
city.
in the lair. He can
He's
leave
free to
whenever he
roam the
wants
city.
to. He'll come back.
But I'm pretty sure Alistair was not from here. How would he know all this information?
He told me.
I know the dragon told you, but how would he know?
How would the
Because he
dragon
can
know?
leave.
The dragon
He
is
can't
free
leave
to
the entire
leave.
city.
He
Why
has
can't
freedom.
he?
He absolutely has freedom to leave.
Move the city, but he's never left the city, has he?
He's
We
always
don't
come back.
know that. As far as he knows, he's a free
Probably.
dragon. He chooses to stay here. So he can leave when he wants
That's
to, but
the
he'll always come back.
manipulation.
I think
Is
he's
that
full of shit.
the manipulation is that that's his home, so he always comes back there, right? That's the
His
manipulation.
lair is there. His
He-
hoard is there. He will always return to it.
You can go for like a
Yep.
week and fuck off in the Underdark or to the surface, and then come back a month later. As long as he refused the forges, that's all the Darrow care about, whatever.
That's all they require of him.
Plus,
But
again,
how
he
would a
can't- not
large
going to leave his-
dragon leave underground caves? I mean, it's not like a huge exit
There's
here.
a fucking way out. I don't know.
I'm assuming there are more than just tiny tunnels into the Underdark.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
there's definitely a big enough hole for him.
I mean, you saw a fucking
I
demon
think
come out the
dragon is
water.
playing.
And
I think
regardless,
he's trying to give you information.
Okay, so in character. there is a dragon here in the Underdark from the above world. He could have spoken to him. This is in character, not out of character.
Anyway, I don't think we should give him.
There are other dragons in the Underdark that are from the surface.
Maybe. Yes. Wait. Whatever.
No,
Doesn't
there
matter.
are. I know there are.
The point is, he's manipulating you. I don't think he knows what he's saying. And another point is, why should we give him the egg? Didn't kill us.
Why should we not? We can get something for it. There's
Not if we're
information
dead.
I need to know. What's it matter to you?
Well, then you give him the egg, and I'm not going back there.
Fine, I will.
I'm not gonna. Go
I mean,
back
if
to
what
there.
what? All right, if we don't give him the egg,
Technically, that
what
is
will
a
happen?
choice.
Right? If we
You
don't
all
give
heard
him
me
the
very
egg,
clearly. I would gladly give my life for this information.
You can give your own. I'm not going back.
I'm not asking you to go there. All I need is the egg.
There you go. You can have it.
well,
It's
All
pretty
right.
hard to. It's pretty heavy, but you can carry it.
well, I mean, I can lend him my disc if he wants, but the thing is that if we
I
don't
mean, I
give
could
them
drop
the
it
egg,
and carry it.
anyway, the thing is, let's presume we don't give him the egg. What will we do with it? Fucking smash it, eat an omelette, sell it? What the fuck? We're not going to do anything with it. It will just be there. And if
Well,
God
it's gonna go
forbid
to
it
fucking Mars,
hatches, there's
And
going to
if you
be
could sell it-
another red dragon. Yeah, but do you know any sellers that will buy a red dragon egg?
Not
Sure,
to mention,
anyone
the
would.
dragon said if we don't do what he wants, he would kill us anyway, so he can hunt us down and leave if he wants.
I'm gonna go get the king and tell him what's going on.
He already
Yes,
knows
I'm
our
fine with
scent.
that. I'm not going back in there. No way.
I don't know. I feel like there
I
are
storm out with the
bad.
egg.
Well, I was going to say there are bad things for both cases, but I mean, to be fair, I feel like Alistair has the most to lose here, so if he wants to give him the fucking egg, then, let him give the egg, right?
He's on a path of vengeance. He has nothing to lose. He's already lost it all.
Exactly.
To be honest, I'm kind of behind Alistair.
Alistair's already left, walking through the city with an egg.
The egg.
Oh, then I'm fucking helping
Helping
you
carry
carry it.
I'm going to
Yeah.
ear to Black Skull. I'm telling her what the hell's going on because apparently that other little dwarf is useless.
I pack all
All
of
right,
my
I got
shit.
2 people the egg, and what is Barrius doing?
I'm packing my shit because I know I ain't staying in this town for long, no matter the outcome of what's gonna happen. That's for sure. So I'm packed because I got the boots. I don't longer get encumbered, so I can carry the book and everything. And
Okay.
I follow Alistair because
You
why
follow
not?
Alistair? Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow him. 'Cause-
Bronix, it doesn't take you long to get to Ear to Black Skull. They're probably halfway to the cavern by the time you get there. But she's like, "Yes, what is going on? Good work about the Darrow, right?
Enough of the
other
Darrow.
day."
Their bloodied pet dragon is about to go on a rampage. You fucking idiot fired dudes. Let him fucking know that he was about to be replaced in a very bloody fashion.
What are you talking about?
The flame dragon you have here, the fire one, the
Lord
one that
Thimbleshot,
feeds your
yes.
forges. Yeah, it's about to go ape shit and kill everything.
Oh, no. This cannot happen. What do
It's
you?
about to.
Oh, fuck. I thank you. I will take care of this. You, how would you like to kill a dragon? Maybe?
If you have like an army and a bunch of
Never
those damn
mind.
things that
We'll
shoot
take care of it.
bolts.
Thank you for the warning. She leaves hurriedly out the door. Fuck. Just get intensities and the fucks as they get louder. The rest of you make it to the cavern. You hear Gartakar screaming as you enter. Just loud,
by the way,
almost Wilhelm screams.
I set my cask of ale down at the inn whenever I got the egg. And yes,
Okay.
I've always been carrying that with me on my shoulder. Till we fight,
No problem
obviously.
with that, you drunk bastard. Did you take a swig for courage?
I did not. My head needs to be clear.
Okay. So you come in and you see the dragon. He has Gartakar crushed between the webbings of 2 claws, still alive, but he's on the ground, screaming, just in pain because of the pressure from the weight of the Mitch dragon. But the moment you click onto the rocks in the ground, he looks over. Ah, you brought the egg. So, give it to me.
After you tell me what you promised.
Okay. The one you seek is known as Vatratain, the Penumbral Flame.
Journal!
She is... She sought She was locked away in the Shadowfell and has since been reborn. Good luck on seeking your revenge. You will not get it. Now give me the egg.
What was the name again? Vatronel?
Vatratane.
Vatra.
I'll type it. Give me a second.
Oh boy.
I knew that she was a trick.
Locked away in the Shadowfell.
The Shadow. What?
Shadow Realm or
The
whatever.
Shadowfell.
Oh, Fel. Okay.
Yep.
No idea what that is. But sure.
That place is fucky.
So, do we have an accord?
I just want to, like, I'm gonna raise my hand. I'm like, can I ask one question, which is independent from all of this? Just because, you know, I'm just super curious. But how long did you know?
Know what? Their deceit, their
Yes.
vitriol,
Yeah.
their plans of enslavement.
I don't know what their plans were, but yeah, along those lines, yeah. How long? You must
I
have.
had my suspicions for quite a while. I just needed someone to facilitate my needs.
Grey Ghost, right?
No,
Oh.
I had no. They're the catalyst for this.
You're saying you got lucky.
Okay. No, because I was thinking, because I'm going to say this to him. I was thinking you somehow managed to contact the Grey Ghosts and made them steal the egg so that you could buy enough time for the enchantment to wear off enough for you to break free.
I was not aware of what they were hiding from me, just knowing that they did hide.
Yeah.
Now you're fucking with my patience. Give me the egg.
I'll need proof that you will not harm me or my friends here. Care what you damn city. Okay, Mr. Not Even Here. Shush.
The food does not get to ask how it is cooked.
It seems that you need this egg.
Can the food ask that it gets not cooked at all, please?
Only if you stopped wasting my time.
Sure. Is the ground like flat enough for me to set the egg down and roll it towards him? Because I don't really.
No, he's on a mound of coin.
I'll guess I'll approach the base of the mound, then set it down and back away.
Yeah. You hear Gartakar just yelling, "No, no, no!" just continuously. And right as the dragon starts to walk forward, he goes, "Silence!" And he just crushes him, just completely capsizes him. You see his head like almost like pop off as viscera just sprays out of his body. And then he moves forward with one arm and he just crunches down on the egg and smashes it. Now, your reward. And he flicks a fire opal at you, Alistair.
Okay.
You catch it?
Yes. And it's cursed.
The dragon
You're being hunted by it's a dragon curse. All dragons hate you.
The feeling's mutual.
Fuck you, Alistair.
What else do you get? Let's see.
Yeah, Navarre's just like, wait a minute, I fucking hate Alistair.
I hate Alistair now.
I mean,
He
I've not been
also
fond of Navarre
gives
at all
you
either, so.
Fire opal. What does that even look like?
a potion of supreme healing from his hoard.
Yo.
Dope.
I've given you what we arranged for. Now leave.
All right. I back out, not looking away from him.
All right. Y'all make it out of the cavern, seemingly unscathed. You've been rewarded.
Very shaken.
Oh,
I didn't even make y'all roll for it. So I was like, I
Roll for
think
what?
I got it already.
I'm just gonna like lean into Alistair. I'm like, was
Alright.
that enough to go on? I didn't
Finally,
understand
back to the
word.
computer.
I don't know what Do I know what the
I wanna
Shadowfell is? Like
So,
personally? Like,
Just roll a history check.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have an idea about the Shadowfell. You know that the Shadowfell is a realm that is mirrored over the material plane, much like the Feywild. It is.
Hold on. At this point in time, it'd be areas of the world that it's bled into this plane.
Yes, that is true. You're right. I was getting there. And because of this bleeding, you get the sense that while this dragon may have been contained within the Shadowfell at one point, it is possible that it has come back to the material plane.
I have no idea what the fuck the Shadowfell is.
Well,
You do not, but your friend does.
Yeah, I'll just kind of tap you on the shoulder, and I'm gonna ask you, like, is that enough for you to go on? Do you know what he's talking about?
Perhaps I have a acquaintance I know that has sent for me. It's my purpose here in the Underdark.
Right. I'm just saying, because Shadowfell ain't like a normal place, you know. Like, you don't just have
The
dragons.
Underdark is not the normal place.
Yeah, but the Shadowfell is like very not normal. It's like the Underdark of the Underdark, right?
Okay. Can I
I want to hand the fire.
Can I make a roll to see if I know anything about it? 'Cause I would have been like, it's a magic-y kind of thing, magic-y bullshit.
You might actually
It's
know.
more. It's not really Arcana based. It's just more what your knowledge of planes would be,
Let's say it's like extra points.
and that's history.
It'd be a knowledge of planes and current history.
I want to show the fire opal to Various and ask him and like check it out, see if there's any kind of magic that he can see within this.
Sure.
Roll an Arcana check.
Right. Arcana check. No, because I my character knows a bit about the planes and different planes because he's into like Inferno and different levels of hell and stuff.
Oh, you're also a sage.
And a sage, yeah. So I have that benefit. What was it?
I-
Arcana, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't seem magical. Just seems like a normal gem.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it didn't have any kind of.
Well, I clicked the history thing, and it'll come up soon. There it goes, 11.
Yeah, you know about what you know is that it's a parallel plane to the material plane. That's about as much as you know. You don't know what its function is or its features are.
I've heard of it, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty fucky.
I'm gonna.
Have I heard of it? Holy shit!
Oh. Hey, you got one higher than me.
Yes, you have heard of it.
Studying red dragons and all, and like there's this weird page stuck together.
No, this actually didn't come from that research. What it came from was with one of your conversations with Opal B. Lincolnhall and one of his plans to trap the red dragon that you spoke with.
Very interesting.
That is a name and a half, by the way.
Opal B. Lincolnhall? Yeah.
That's a good
you
name.
ain't kidding.
I love making characters, buddy.
Alright, I'm gonna give you the gem, Alistair, but before I do, I kind of pull my hand away and I'm like, but be careful as I put this gem in your hand. It is cursed. Spiders will bite you wherever you go, and you will be terrified by them.
Damn.
Right, don't worry, buddy. You can't get much worse, right?
I nod and thanks for the warning. Why does my insane on
You
go
just
away?
let out believe him. You're like, yeah, that sounds about right, motherfucking dragon.
Well, don't worry. Because of your very nice gesture earlier on, the curse overrides itself, so we're still cursed. Don't worry.
We're still cursed.
Technically, y'all are still cursed.
Yeah.
Man, potion of supreme healing. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is.
Should sell.
That's a get out of jail fucking free card right there.
Yeah.
For at least for these levels, yeah. I was like, holy
Hell,
moly.
even at higher levels, that
Pretty
level
good.
potion
It's
is
like-
insane. It's the highest
Yeah.
level potion you can get.
It was supreme healing.
It's like
Yeah, not
20
superior,
D,
supreme.
20
I just wanted to make sure
D4
you
Give
plus
y'all a handout
20.
for it.
It's 20
Oh, okay.
D4
It's
plus
almost-
20.
it's pretty much a full heal.
You're guaranteed a
10d4 plus
minimum.
20. Holy.
Yeah, you're guaranteed a minimum of 40 HP healed and a maximum of
So a max
100.
heal is 60. God damn.
No, it's
Are
a
you
max
on
heal of 100, dude.
Yeah, because
10
4
times 4
Yeah.
is
20
40, plus
times-
20 is 60.
It's 20 times 4 is 20 D4 times
No, it's
plus
Why
10
20.
is it
D4 plus
20?
20.
Is it
It's
10? I thought it was
10d4 plus
20. Oh, I thought it was 20
No.
No, it's
D4.
10 D4.
Oh,
I
alright.
can
Never
do
mind.
the maths.
Oh, never mind. 60. I thought it was
Anyway.
20. Oh, well.
So,
Damn.
that harrowing experience has left you. You have completed that quest. You get another 300 XP, I believe.
Yay, we didn't
I'm a dope.
die.
Yeah, y'all didn't die, but
Yet.
definitely a plot twist.
Hmm
What a twist.
Tweezed.
So, yeah, I guess as we walk out,
Alistair walks away, never thinking he would have made a deal with a dragon.
Actually, technically, y'all get 500 total for that.
oh,
500 total XP. It's two different quests together.
Oh, yeah, the
Okay.
egg and
You try to bamboozle us.
And I told you about the 200 for the other quest. So y'all have gotten a total of 700 XP for today.
Oh, for today. It's 750 something because
Seven-
of the
700 plus whatever the Darrow stuff was.
45 or something.
13.
It was
54.
700 plus 15 plus 44, I think it was.
It's like 53.5 or something. And you just said 50.
I can't believe I got a
Yeah, I
54.
rounded it up.
Yeah,
I rounded
54,
up all
yeah.
the time. It was, so
I guess I make my way to the
total of
place
759 today. Sorry. You make your way where?
to the, or did she? No, never mind. She told us directions. I was gonna say about finding the what's her name, the traveling merchant, to see about a way out of the city, where to go. So never mind.
Yeah, you have directions and you have someone who could help you get out, essentially. You do notice. Give me a perception check for everyone.
I'm not around. Should I?
That's low.
Oh, this, depending on where you are, Brian, you might see this too.
Let's say I'm assuming it's a citywide thing, like giant fire.
17.
Bronix, as you leave the fort, you notice they have muscled quite a few people. Various, even where you're at, you starting to see as y'all move across it back towards y'all's location at home. You start to see regiments of guards marching across the bridges.
I hope they have ballistas. They're gonna need them.
I got a 6.
Aren't Durgar related?
Oh, Navar, you're. I don't know what you're doing. You're just not. You're not very perceptive right now. You're just casually looking around. Just, okay.
He was shaking
Dragon,
from the experience.
Dragons. Where Shadowfell? What's the Shadowfell again? You're just still thinking about it, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just like trying to think of anything that would be in the Shadowfell. It's like,
A parallel you.
Y'all get the sense that
if I
the city guard
myself in the
is
Shadowfell,
definitely heeding y'all's warning.
Would I be a female? Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm gonna slay that fucker.
Oh shit.
Are you going to war?
You see quite a number of people moving, Bronix and Various. Alistair, you've seen a few as well.
Get out.
Are we with Bronix now? Are we met up, or are we just still?
Depends on where Bronix is and where y'all are.
I just left Eared Black Skull.
Y'all are basically y'all guys are just heading into the North Furrow district, and he's at the Overlake Hold, moving to wherever he's going.
I mean, I'd move towards the massing army, right? I guess to find out what their plan is to deal with the dragon, at least. Wait. Does Bronick still have Stool, right? Because he's the only one that can lead us to
Nope,
him.
I don't have stool.
Oh, fuck.
Stool is at the Goldborn's lair. I don't know where y'all are.
Oh, fuck. I'm like, we need Stool if we're
where
gonna go to the
he's going.
fucking Neverlight Glove. I'm like, oh my god.
We don't have much long. I don't know if we want to leave for the Neverlight Grove now when we're about to have a full-out battle take place.
Probably
Yeah.
very soon.
Are you? I'm gonna talk to Alice. I'm like, are you gonna take part in this battle? I mean, we did just make a deal with the dragon, right? And he did let us go.
He still wants to kill it.
Let's say preferably I'd rather the creature die, but I don't know how much. I've no favor towards the city at all.
Hmm. Well, at least as we're heading, I guess my question has to be
Make a
towards
perception
Irida
check.
Black Skull.
Who?
The three of you that are still.
Sure.
Because I'm just wondering their chances of
Can
like,
I
killing this
roll-
thing.
Can I roll good ever with perception?
Nope.
Like,
Both
Just
Alistair and
allowed.
Darius, y'all
better notify me.
hear it. It sounds almost like a whirring whistle or like a air being funneled, and then you see an immense flame apart on the southeast side of the cavern. You hear screams, and over the next 10 to 15 minutes, you just see various bursts of flame and shouting. Ah. You even see flames of or shadows of people on the wall as they're moving in to assault the dragon. Eventually, things get quiet.
They slay the beast.
You're unsure.
I have no idea.
I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
This is a good time to take a bathroom break. Yes.
Yeah, let's go get some water.
Okay. Me too.
What the fuck is that? I just saw the post in Discord. Oh my god. uh.
And back.
I have returned.
Cool.
What I miss? Are we all dead yet?
Yes.
I don't know, like a mini army
So-
went into the dragon, like you heard, and they all
So
got
dead.
poofed.
I take a hold action and I ready resurrect.
I take a hold action and ready a catapult right into my throat. I'm kidding.
What if I just pray really, 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 really?
Yo, I have an idea on how I can catapult things. How we could set up catapult traps. Like
I can kind of do that. By
like
one spell.
we put what we'd do is we'd put like we'd put my catapult ammo in various spots around the place we want to trap, and just basically when something comes into when something comes into my line of sight, I can just fucking twin catapult in two different directions
If I have a glyph
onto
of
the same
warding,
point.
you can put a catapult in anything I.
Oh, true. Yeah.
That's the best surprise round ever. Planning
Yeah.
on killing someone. Okay, so we put a catapult inside this book. We go up.
Or we, like, honestly, we can even just have the book be the catapult object.
Yeah.
Because
Would you like to read?
it still does 3d8 bludgeoning.
Upon when it opens, thou
Mhm.
hast been booked.
You've been booked. It just
Taketh
fucking
the knowledge.
Break over.
all you'd hear after
Is everyone back?
I'm back and my brother's back.
Cool.
Fisher? He's been quiet.
Yeah.
all you'd hear before it goes off is knowledge. Then you'd get hit with a fucking alchemist fire to the face.
So, y'all see after 5 minutes or so passes from the initial 15 to 10, it's been quiet. You saw many gathering forces continue to flood towards that area. Eventually, though, you hear what sounds like a massive roar. Just roar, just huge flame, the biggest one you've seen yet, fly out of that area. And then just flying out of the flame, you see Thimbershod in his rotundness of a large red dragon. He swoops over the low roofs, and y'all begin to hear more, almost like Varys's bowstring thwacking, as hundreds of ballista shoot out from different areas in the area.
Well,
You
shit,
see about 20 or so bolts cramming into the sides of the wings, ripping through the different areas of the webbing, several going into the chest, many of them plinging off even. But you hear another loud roar, and it just starts to lose its flight capability, begins to spin slowly. This is coming towards y'all. This body is coming at a pretty close trajectory to y'all, where y'all are on the
Guys,
bridge.
Run?
Fucking move!
I need dexterity saving throws for both the three of y'all.
13.
Try to
12,
dodge a
and-
dragon.
Does we get advantage because we see it coming?
No,
we're not
barbarian.
Bronix. Yeah, we're not Bronix. It's deck.
One more
Perception,
save
like,
throw from
20.
Barriers.
And 9.
Okay. The first two of
Ooh.
y'all succeed.
I need to roll my.
Hilarious,
I was gonna roll
Um,
my inspiration die maybe,
The
but
body of Thimbershod is flying through right above the Laduger's furrow, but at an angle where it's heading towards the overlake holds, sort of. It falls and crashes into one of the bridges that's right next to y'all. The bridge slowly crumbles as the body continues its momentum, fumbling over, blood and bone just breaking, scales flying, and it hits the bridge that y'all are on. Barius, you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and everyone else that was there takes 7.
Ouch.
As debris flies at you. Darius, you are currently hanging from a ledge from one of the.
Wait a minute.
From the
Aha,
bridge.
reaction. I take no damage. Shield.
Okay, that's fine. The big old boulder was heading straight towards you. You just boom, just stab the kite shield down into the ground and just boom, bang, it deflects off and hits Barius consequently.
No.
Varys, you were kind of knocked backwards as you're trying to get off the bridge, and you're holding onto the ledge. Y'all see the body of Themberchard and little bits of flame leaking from the fundament on the throat where a crossbow or a not giant ballista bolt pierced its neck. It begins to fall down, hitting many of the homes and scaffolding of the Darrow in the East Cleft district. Dead.
They deserved it.
Barius, you are hanging on.
Is he near us? The body?
He's near y'all, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, this would be a lot scarier if I couldn't fly.
Oh yeah, if he couldn't fly, yeah.
I'm just like,
It would be a lot scarier if you couldn't fly.
I feel like for a second I panic. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die, and I'm just like, oh wait. I'm like, calm yourself. It's not that bad. I'm just like, I like try to pull myself up, and I like pull myself up onto the bridge. And I just kind of like grasp
want to
it.
desecrate the corpse, but I don't
Yeah,
want
piss on
to
it.
guard
About 200 feet down into the crevice, the body of Thembershot laying on several hovels that have been crushed under his immense weight. And different, almost like ants, you see Darrow moving around, fleeing the scene. The Wyrmsmith, the heart of the foundry, has been slain. So, what do y'all do?
At this point, you see Bronix behind a huge ballista. Did you see that shit? It was awesome!
So, do I have any idea what the city would do with his body?
They're parted out. We said earlier.
You did get the sense that you know that mini dragon parts have a lot of value.
But if I do anything, they'd probably be not happy.
Who knows? Maybe if you got there first.
Yeah, fucking cut off a tooth.
Well, what I want to do is not take something. I want to destroy something.
Oh.
You wanted to piss on it or something.
Piss on the corpse from the
I
bridge.
wanted to use a level 3 inflict wounds to bash the body with.
If you can get down there, yeah, y'all could definitely
That's what I
do
want
what y'all like with the corpse for a short while.
But I mean, Bronix is the one that's more of the skinning or
I
scaling.
mean, I can.
Technically, I didn't kill it, so I'm not going to take a trophy, even though I wanted to.
I can.
It's a fucking dragon.
Oh, okay.
I mean, well, you were the cause of its death.
Yeah, true, but not enough.
Technically,
I mean, I can.
We could also lie and be like it was alive still. Final.
It could still be alive. We gotta go check that out. Actually,
I mean, I could carry Alistair down. I guess with my try to like slow his descent enough so that he doesn't die.
Very, very difficult for you to do that.
Well,
they're not very strong, and 2, he's wearing some heavy ass armor.
Yeah, but I don't get encumbered because of my boots. I can't be encumbered.
That's not gonna affect your wings ability to fly.
It's magic. It's encumbered. You're
not using your feet to hold your body up. You're using your wings.
I know. I'm thinking if you can stand on my disc and just descend on it.
How far down is it?
About 200 feet.
Tensors can't do that kind of.
What you think about just jumping down there?
No. We have rope.
We have fly.
You can tie some rope together.
That was my thought.
I only have 150 feet of rope, and I don't think I'm in there.
I also
there's some in the haversack.
I I'll say I have 100 feet. Gopher has 100 feet. Well, I guess we have extra in the haversack.
Yeah, I mean,
We have many hundreds of feet of rope.
Mm-hmm.
true.
I also have fly.
Yeah, that's
If only
a good
we had
one.
Yeah,
more
I mean,
level
he could
eight
spend a 3rd level spell to make the rest of y'all fly with him.
Yeah.
Fly
I
is
mean,
a 3rd
Bronix
level
is going to be
spell.
the best.
Oh, it is a 3rd level spell. Then he could
Yeah.
he can only do or himself then.
No,
Yeah.
I can do 2 of us.
Or you can cast it twice, basically. No, you can't. It's
Bronix is
concentration.
Twin it.
He can twin it.
Is touch.
Yeah, I can twin it.
Can you twin concentration spells?
Yeah.
I don't
How
know.
can
What
you
does
have
it say about?
concentrations?
What does it say about twins, though? Dual
don't.
twin casting. Twin spells. Here we go. Sorcerer twin spells. You can cast a spell that targets only one creature and doesn't have a range of self. It's range of self, so you can't. No, wait, no, it's touch. You can
It's
cast.
touch, yeah.
Okay, so technically, yeah.
And it doesn't say anything. It doesn't say anything about not being able to do concentration.
You can
So
spend
Yeah,
another.
you're right.
it treats it as a single spell, but the effect is done twice.
To be eligible, a spell must be incapable of targeting more than one creature at the spell's current level. But yeah, like magic missile score, of course.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
It seems like it works to me. So
Yeah.
You said it's 100 feet down. How long would it take to get down there and start carving it?
2 turns, literally.
it's 200 feet down. You could descend your movement or half your movement. I mean, y'all do have a climbing potion if y'all wanted to do that, but
Nah.
Well, my thought was I could.
you climb at
cast
half
bolt.
your move speed, so it would take you.
I mean, if he's flying, he doesn't need to. He can just
No,
jump.
you
For him,
can
he could
drop.
fly down.
No, you don't need to fly.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
what I mean.
drop.
Though he can drop
and
at normal speed and then just choose to fly once he's down.
Yeah, like last
you
second.
could just
Okay,
hover.
yeah.
You could just float
So
down.
yeah. Well, just so you know, when you fall 500 feet in 6 seconds.
So stop yourself before the second.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be
Yeah,
you gotta be pretty
he's
good at
used
this.
He's used to his wings. He knows how to handle them.
Come on, Bronx.
Again.
He's getting
Oh, me,
popcorn.
but you guys are using a magic
No,
spell,
my thought
so...
for this is
Yeah,
for
we're
Bronix
using
to
magic.
go down because Bronix has the best survival. He'd be able to carve up the best.
Yeah.
I wanted to cast Bless on him to give him a D4
I
to help,
have, well,
but Bless only lasts for a minute. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
It could at
I
least
do-
help
I
him
have-
start carving it.
No,
Yes.
I got something which I
well.
can do, which doesn't involve any checks. I can run to his horde and just leg it there with
Okay,
the
I
handy
don't think it
haversack.
would work because that's where the army
Yeah,
would.
you don't think that there's a ton of freaking Duragar over there?
That's why invisibility.
Like I said, a ton of Duragar.
I can fly above them, right? And then land. Okay, I don't
Just
know.
saying, you're talking about an exercise of futility.
If it's like an army, then yeah, no. I thought he killed most of them. That's why.
No, it literally is an army. There's
Okay.
10,000 in the city, and 2,000 of them are an armed force.
Okay, then no, I
I
thought
say
he.
we don't.
Alright,
I
then
mean,
no.
if they show up to get the body and it's carved up, probably not gonna be happy.
Well, they won't be
It
missing a
would
few
take
teeth.
y'all about a half minute to just climb down on a rope if y'all wanted to do that. It'd take y'all like 40 seconds.
Yeah, that
It's
takes
really
you
not-
long.
It's really not that hard.
Well, we can at least scavenge some teeth and like some stuff and bones because he's like broken up, right?
Again, though,
Like-
this is the city's dragon. They're probably not going to be happy with adventurers taking its corpse.
Fucking dragon pieces. We can get a couple and leave.
I mean, look at its state, right? It's destroyed. The dragon's in ruins. I don't think they'll notice if a tooth
Just remember,
is
y'all
missing.
discussing this takes time off the
Yeah.
clock.
Like fucking, I've already cast the spell. Just fucking
who?
go.
Who have you cast it on?
Me and you.
Yeah, y'all two could fly, and
Okay.
Yeah,
Darius
we can
could fly.
go.
So Bronx
And
would be
I've already,
confident.
I'm already, you know what? Fuck it. I'm
Alright,
already
flying
down there.
We're down. I want to cast Bless on me.
Mm-hmm.
This will give a D4.
Yep.
Oh no, actually, I'm sorry. Never mind.
Remember, two of y'all still have inspiration.
Bless only works on attacks or saving throws. This is neither.
Mm.
Yeah, you'd have to
think
use
it's
guidance.
aid.
What you're thinking of is guidance.
Yeah.
Is it aid?
Yes, making
The
survival.
best cantrip ever.
Guidance.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's fucked. Let's
You
try
could
a
do
different.
this. Remember, if y'all are doing this, one of y'all could do the help action. That's a
I was about to
failure.
say, what's your survival?
And you have to tell me
Mine's
what
a
you're trying to
+3.
harvest as well.
Mine's +4, so I guess you can aid me.
Yeah, sure.
And
Alright,
you
you
also
try.
have to tell me what you're trying to harvest.
Scales.
Sure.
All right, scales. You get an unknown amount for now until I find a good one, a good
Okay.
reference.
How many checks do we can get within like how much time?
I'd say you probably have maybe 10 minutes, so you have to do this pretty quick. Y'all are doing really fast work here.
Okay, I'm gonna collect
So
some
hard
of its fire
You're not
gland
down
stuff.
here,
That's
so what do you want?
I'm gonna collect some of the fire gland
What
stuff.
thing to collect?
Make it an Arcana check to even know if you know what it is.
Oh no, you said it was spewing out of its neck, right?
Oh no, that's
So-
right.
Yeah,
Fly down
but-
here normally.
Okay, sure. I'll roll. It's fine. Don't worry.
17.
So you do see the fundament in the neck. It seems like the area has been damaged, but you think that if on it with a really high DC, you may be able to get this organ out.
A really
Admit-
good.
All right, come on,
Good
Zizix.
try.
Me and you are gonna do some surgery. All right, what do I
Before they
need?
let
You and
themselves on
Scissor?
fire.
Okay.
Yeah, just remember it's a fundament, so it does have some
Same
volatile
You fuck
effects.
this up, you may die.
Well,
He is resist. No wait.
yeah. I don't know. I
He's
did take a
resistant
lot
to
of
fire.
damage. Anyone want to heal me
What
before
else
I
are we
do
harvesting while he's doing that?
this?
Bronix, are you going to help them at all?
Bronix isn't
I'm
down
still 200 feet up the cliff.
Yeah.
Well, have you started climbing down? Because it only takes you about a minute to get down.
Oh.
Yeah,
Bromwell's
sure.
like his feet, on the ground. So no, he's not climbing down.
here. I want to.
Okay.
Unless you really need me to.
Do you not want a dragon tooth as a trophy?
I didn't kill it though. Nope, that's not the orcish way. It's like if I killed it myself, it'd be different.
Fair
You were
enough.
the cause of it dying.
Not really. He was entirely against going back there at all.
Well,
I
he
went and
told
summoned
he
the
told the
army.
guard that shit's gonna go down.
And I went to Eard, Black Skull, got her too.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I'm sure I'll get a lofty thank you from the king.
Mm-hmm. For the warning, yeah. It'll probably be our group.
All right. Let's continue
That'll
this.
get
Anyway.
Various, put in your check for the harvesting the fundamentum.
Yeah, right. Fucking Zizix, you better help me here. I got daggers, this is why. Oh, I can't find survival. Where's survival?
Bottom. It's the very
Bottom.
bottom.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
You
That's
have
17?
inspiration.
Yeah, I do
He
actually. Yeah,
does. He
fuck yeah.
does.
Come on, D6.
Yo,
Hey!
23. There you go. That's pretty good.
You are able to successfully, carefully with your harvesting knife, you cut around all the different viscera that is there. There are a few little, what you notice are like mixing sort of tubular glands, and you use your mind a little bit. And you're like, if I pierce those might rupture or mix the chemicals that might cause this fire breath to activate. So I'm going to tie these up with just a little bit of other viscera that you cut off the sides. You're able to tie off these little mixing points and then eventually clip them, and you're able to pull out this vast organ that almost looks like it's kind of like an elongated heart, but it has multiple like 3 chambers that seem to mix together.
I want to try and get more scales. I want a lot of
Alright.
scales. 'Cause if we can
Yeah.
get like enough scales, we can make
Y'all have 2 more checks that y'all can possibly make depending on what y'all try and go for.
Alright. Let's do a scale. Let's do another scale check and then try for a fang.
Yeah.
You're able to get some more scales, okay?
Nice. Oh
Yes.
I'm assuming that was for the fang.
yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Slash fangs.
Almost like in a rage of anger, you just freaking get your hammer out and you just freaking crunch right down above where its primary fang is, right below the nostril. And you crunch on the upper lip where the scales are. You see scales just shattering on its upper lip as they're just being disintegrated by this radiant hammer. and it knocks out the root of the
And-
tooth from the top by
Of course
crushing
I-
it from above.
I
But you
pull
do have
at the
a
same time.
sizable dragon fang. This fang is easily, if you pull out your arm, it's about the length of your whole arm from fist to elbow, but twice as thick at the base, and about as thick as your wrist at the tip, almost.
Do I
with a
have
little bit of
time
sharp
to bash
taper
his?
point.
Do I have time to bash his skull in?
No, probably not.
No, you do not.
Alright,
Unfortunately.
I
Alright,
have
let's fucking go.
I have two things which I
Fine.
can try if you
Fly
know if they
away.
got to. I want to try to harvest
And
the
fly back up.
I want to try to harvest the
Whoosh.
webbing between its wings because I have an idea of something to do with
Uh,
that. Like to make like a
It cut
giant.
close. If you're gonna do that,
I don't know. You said we had two more checks, right? Depending how it
he
goes.
did
so-
too.
He used both of them.
Oh, okay.
Fish is
Oh.
like Barius is operating separate from me and
Yeah. You guys want to
Yeah.
have some work on other parts? while
I
we're
mean,
away?
like I said, I'll give you one more check, but it's
Alright,
really
yeah.
cutting it close.
Yeah, I just want to because I if I can maybe do
I
something.
mean, worst
with
comes to
it.
worst, he can cast invisibility on himself. And
Yeah,
yeah,
The others are already gathering what they have in their.
yeah.
we're fucking
We're
we're
Bronx
flying
Wolves.
back out.
Yeah, I'm
if
just
they
gonna.
needed it.
Hold on, give Papa wants him
Come
some
on,
wing
Barry.
webbings.
Ooh.
You wouldn't have advantage.
That's
Zizix is
helping.
helping me.
Sizik is not a player. He cannot help
Aw, so sad.
Oh.
Okay,
Poor Sizzix.
that is a
hello
10.
Zizix. Oh well.
you go to start pulling off the wings, and
Aw.
you quickly dull your knife. You're like, oh shit, I forgot this is dragon scale. Where the internal organ was actually kind of easy to harvest because that big ballista bolt opened up a wound for you to travel your arms through and get to that soft flesh. You weren't able to do that here.
Oh.
So can we like stealth back to the inn, or
I do need y'all to make a stealth check, yes,
All right.
to see if you can get away with.
that's about right?
It's like,
Yeah,
oh, where's Gophers pass without a trace when we need it?
I'm just gonna
For
make
real.
myself go
Right?
invisible and just cut out the middleman.
You're gonna go invisible. All right, that gives
Yeah.
you advantage.
Oh, doesn't matter. Oh shit.
Wow.
Good thing I'm invisible, right?
Yeah, you're just getting frustrated with the wing that you're trying to cut off and taper out, and you just like say fuck it, and you turn around and you cast invisibility, and then you just immediately walk right into one of the freaking broken bones of the wing that was jutting out and flip over, and you make a little bit of noise, but you get
Yeah.
the sense that there is movement coming down towards y'all that they can't really see some of y'all, but y'all need to leave quickly.
Leaving quickly we shall.
Yep.
All right, I need another set of stealth checks. Obviously, Barry's with that advantage.
Fuck my life.
Oh, come on,
Oh, that too.
Barris!
Guess it's-
Why
guess
did you leave?
Barrius is gone. You lost sight of Barrius.
I said Varys.
Oh, Varys, yeah. Well, I'm just saying Barrius is gone because he
The thing
rolled
is-
19.
I have a passive of 20.
You two, Alistair
I'm
is like,
invisible.
"Come on, let's go." And y'all two are moving, and y'all walk straight into a set of guards.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hello.
Well. What do we have here? Looks like plunderers.
Let me scare you.
So, what are you doing down here? He's looking at y'all's hands filled with blood and whatnot.
How
This
many?
is just
are
for
there?
Shadow and Alistair.
Yeah.
Oh,
If they're smart, they'll do what I'm thinking right now.
I was gonna ask how many guards are there.
A
Not a
lot.
good idea.
A lot. Okay.
Some you don't know if they're there or not because they're probably invisible. But you
True.
gather there is
True.
quite a large troop sent to secure the body.
I mean, we could have just been flying the entire time.
Probably not the best idea since they just killed a flying thing.
It's a stealth roll. It's not a flying roll.
Uh, God, fuck it. I'll try my
No,
deception
it's up
again.
to 10. It's the duration's up to 10 minutes. So
Should-
yeah, we
I'm gonna
flew
roll
up there,
before-
landed, and
I'll be
it's
out
like
then,
that's it.
technically.
I'm gonna roll before I even say what I'm gonna say. Deception. Don't fail me now.
11, not bad.
What do you say
Well,
to
what I
him?
say with that shitty 11 is we saw the fight happening after we had me and my comrade Black Skull that the dragon was going to run a rampage, and we saw it crash land. We had went to inspect it, and we saw that it was still alive. We finished it off and figured we'd take a little bit for ourselves.
You told him the truth? That's not a deception, it's persuasion.
Well, I guess I could do persuasion, but technically the.
Yeah, that is exactly what we did.
Does that mean we get the roll again?
Yes, that is exactly what we
Because
did.
I think he's assisting you. He's saying, yeah, we did that. Because he's like, it's the truth. It's not just. He's like, trying to cover for
it
you.
is, and it is the truth. Because I said we killed the final blow.
I
It
got
was
a
alive
20.
when it landed.
I got a 20. So
Technically, when y'all talk to them, if you flash your badges, you have advantage. But y'all didn't do that.
oh yeah.
Of course.
I flash, pull out my shirt. No.
Well,
It's a little late for that.
Peter
Yeah.
Griffin.
It's
what is
never
it?
too late to flash.
So, you thought you'd make a quick buck, huh? You mentioned Eared Black Skull.
Yes.
What do you know of her?
I pull out my badge. We are
Pull
adventurers
out the
that work
badge of
with
the guard
her.
that we got from her.
We have done some favors for her.
and
All
then,
right.
and then we flash. Then we flash the badge of the fire
Stone
the
guard.
firekeeper.
The Wormsmith?
The Wormsmiths.
And what are you trying to signify with that?
It's like
I have it. Look how shiny it is.
To show more validity that we did just come from about what was happening, and that we alerted her by showing our stone. So we have connections with her, and we had connections with the Flame Keepers.
yes. Yes.
Okay, well, why don't you go report to them?
We will.
Come on, then. Let's secure this body.
All right. Would you like some rope?
They walk past y'all. They already.
Would you like some rope? All right.
He rolls a 20 on his persuasion. I was like, damn, I put them in a little bit of a tight situation there, damn it.
That was a 13 on dice. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a decent roll.
Yeah, but
What a day. I made a deal with the
I need to
dragon. I
figure
saw
out
a dragon
how much-
die. And I found a newfound love for Dragonborns.
I'm just like, let's fucking go.
I need a drink. Where's my cat?
No!
By the time you get up to me, I'm just sitting there, like eating like a snack, and I was like, "That was pretty impressive." That line. I was all lounging out on the side of that busted bridge.
You could have just said like it crashed into a bridge when we were running away, and my friend got obliterated, and this is his blood on your hand.
Except for, all the dragon parts.
There's a lot of
we're
things that
carrying.
could have been said.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, "Oh, I'm dying. Help me." I'm still gravely injured, by the way. I'm like more than halfway dead. So
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, you're like, ouch.
no, I'm like halfway
Levels.
dead. I'm like, ow, I'm
Yeah,
dying.
Oh my
You're
god,
like,
dude.
you're like,
fine.
ouch.
You would have failed
You're
that
fine.
DC on that fundamentum. It was a 20 DC. It's
Oh.
18 D6 fire damage.
I would have actually just died. Like Alistair's like cutting up a
Yeah,
tooth, and I'm
I was
like, and I'm die. I just get blown up as they're trying to get a scale from like
You're
an
lucky I
arm.
gave you inspiration, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're
Like-
welcome.
No, like literally, like you're just harvesting a scale, and then
Before
you
we go
just
talk
hear
to
an
this dragon, he goes,
explosion.
"Gets up."
You hear an explosion.
You
and
are
just-
aware, though, it does have a shelf.
It has shelf life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there a way I can
Oh,
make
yeah,
it
the
last
organ.
longer?
the organ has a shelf life because you don't have anything to
You
make
know,
it
yeah, we don't
last
have any.
longer.
Oh.
We don't have any
Well,
like sort
I can get it,
preservation
hopefully.
Well, you
for
see,
it.
that's where you're wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, gentle repose. I forgot.
Yeah, Alistair.
Oh, I thought he was going to talk about putting in his alcohol.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Make
shit's
him a
good.
fine beer.
Ron,
All right,
never even thought
I'm
of
trying to
that.
think of
That's a
how many
wonderful idea,
scales I should give y'all.
So many.
We got
Roll
a
like a d20.
Oh, you can look at it online.
17 and a 17 and a 21.
For the scales and the 24
All
is
right,
that.
I'm going
scales.
to do. What I'm going to do is I'm
Ideal?
going to do 2d6 times 10,
All right.
Idea was that if we get enough, that we could try and make a scale.
and then
mill,
it's going to
maybe?
be two different ones. So 60 scales and another 60 scales. So
Aw,
120
man.
scales total that you're able to flake off of this body.
Wait, what?
Nice.
120?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
You
Jackpot.
rolled like a 20 on one of those.
We fucking work fast.
You know, if this cleric thing never works out, I can always be a dragon skinner.
So yeah, y'all got a fundamentum, make sure you put adult red dragon on that.
Aye.
Some red dragon scales, and a large fang.
Large fang. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a large fang because you got an at 20, so it's a good fang to potentially put into a weapon or something like similar to what we were doing in the other campaign.
Yeah. My thought for the scales was maybe like make a red
what?
red dragon scale mail armor.
With that much, you can make a fireproof cloak.
You
Or
can do a
that,
lot.
I mean,
You can do a lot with that amount, but it's
Yeah.
my
That-
idea
that's
was
why
making
I-
some kind of
significant
armor.
amount of time to craft.
That's why I wanted the wing webbing, was so I could make a cloak of fire resistance. That's why I
Yeah,
wanted
y'all
it.
want to know how much that dragon egg was worth.
Yeah.
Well, we got a
I could
gem
just summon the
and
army
a
and cut
potion.
the egg.
You know, within these two dragons, that I'm feeling pretty happy to.
How much was the gem worth?
Y'all
that
don't.
you got?
That fundamentum is worth a little less than 2,000 gold.
Nice.
Nice.
That egg was probably worth. Oh, what do you think, there, Thulden? How much was that egg worth that they let it smash?
10,000 if you could find a buyer.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to be
Yeah,
hard,
sure.
though. It was.
I have
gonna
no
be-
care for money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, y'all got a potion of supreme healing, which is worth way more than 10,000 gold.
Oh yeah.
What was
Oh,
the
yeah.
gem,
And
though?
a fire opal, which I don't know. It's,
Yeah, fire
It's
opal.
1,000 gold.
worth yet.
Ooh,
Oh, it's
yeah.
1,000 gold fire opal.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Y'all got a sizable amount of loot for this,
Yeah.
and this was all improv. I did not expect this bitch to die.
Yes.
So we're gonna cut the session there. Y'all are able to get back to the crotchety bastard and plan from there if y'all like.
Oh boy.
We will assume that y'all go through a long rest,
Hide the drone.
and y'all will be. Y'all don't get XP for the dragon, unfortunately. You got all the XP from the quest line, so that's what you get XP for.
Oh man.
Unfortunately,
We didn't kill it, so.
Yeah. Which is why.
Not
We
even
claimed
the
for
role.
killing it.
Yeah. The roleplay RP. The roleplay XP. Oh wow.
One of
Maybe. Maybe we'll be awarded something. I don't know.
I mean, that's the session. Y'all take a long rest, and that puts y'all around. Let's see,
200 and
the 13th day of Marpanoth.
we should be like less than 250 away from level 6.
I suggest we make plans of getting out of the city.
Yes. We're getting the fuck out next session.
Which is unfortunate, because there's still more I wanted to learn here. Oh,
You don't
There's
have
There's
to
still
leave.
a lot to
We-
do within the city if y'all could figure out a way to figure it.
Yeah.
There is what? Sorry, in the city?
There's
Yeah,
still a
yeah,
lot
so-
to do in the
Oh.
city.
We have the new fucking dragon stuff. make fucking armor out of? Get a fucking dragon.
Making armor is something that takes a long time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, take like a fucking.
That's a large downtime activity thing, not something you can do in a couple weeks.
Right.
you could just
That
sell
is
it.
something you could
Obviously,
do in a
you
couple weeks.
can obviously
No,
just
it
sell it. Well, no, that'll take like years or months, depending on what you want to make.
To get the effect that you want from it'd take a while. You also got to remember you have to find someone who's willing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We know somebody who likes to make armor, didn't we? Meet somebody like that the other day.
Yeah, but he
What's that?
will see that we've stolen the scales of the dragon. He probably won't be very happy about that.
Not stolen.
We didn't steal it.
We finished the
harvest-
dragon off, and
Yeah,
we
we-
took a percentage adventure fees.
Yeah.
Right.
You have identified the name of your nemesis, Alistair,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a story for another day.
I kind of don't want to point this out, but in the DMG, 2,000 days to craft dragon armor.
Yep, like I said, probably years, which was actually kind of right. That's
Yeah,
like,
it's not something you can do in a week.
damn, that's like 7 years almost, or like a bit.
Dragon armor
but-
is different from dragon scale armor, just so you know. It's a little bit different. Dragon armor has a little bit different abilities than like what a scale armor would have provide. It is something you could have commissioned though,
Yeah.
for a nominal fee of a lot of money.
A lot of money.
All right,
Uh-oh.
Darius, if you'd like to cut the stream here, you may.
Yeah.
Those of y'all who stayed around in the chat, I think that's Gopher. Thank you for
Yeah.
enjoying our session.
He got his
We will
revenge.
upload this to YouTube when we can.
Yeah. Whoop. Alright. Goodbye.
Bye.
I need to develop a catchphrase. Is it a TPK yet? Nope.